Maybe.
Watching it through the embed. Oh, and I've got the page open too.
Super Bowl 48 from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey. Welcome in, everybody, to Free Agent Sports Network's broadcast of the Super Bowl between the Seattle Seahawks and the Denver Broncos from New Jersey. Chris Curtis with you, along with Joe Smargy, who will check in periodically throughout the game and broadcast. Joe, what's going on?
Oh, just fired up for the big game, Chris. I got my my wonderful cheese plate out here and an adult bevy, and we're just getting ready for the game.
Sounds good. Sounds like the way to be. Well, Fox is going through their normal pregame stuff right now, just to let you know and get you prepared for and what to expect on the broadcast. During the commercials on the TV, there will be a background track playing, so that will let you know that you are still connected. There are no audio issues, things like that going on. With that said, just to let you know, you might hear some background noise. That is because I am doing a broadcast live from the In Between Cafe in Flint, Michigan, and it's a nonprofit organization made by college students for college students, helping each other and the community. Head over to facebook.com/inbetweencafe for more information on that. Fox, like I said, is doing their little pregame stuff, and we'll just basically just gonna get some pregame, rituals out of the way per se. Joe, what do you think's gonna actually what do you think this game's gonna come down to when it comes to the score?
It's really going to come down to whether the Broncos can get out to a lead. Especially if they win the toss, they can score on their first possession and get out to an early lead. They have a good chance of blowing the Seahawks right out of this game. And vice versa, the Seahawks really they have to slow this game down and possess the ball, and hopefully they can sort of keep Peyton off the field. And it really just boils down to that.
Yeah, keep the Broncos off the field. That's generally what we're looking for from the Seahawks in this game. Richard Sherman's been a very outspoken part of this the media circles throughout the Super Bowl. He, of course, had the altercation with Aaron Andrews on the NFC Championship broadcast on Fox, and basically calling Crabtree, who he was defending on that last play, mediocre. And for those that didn't end up seeing the play and have been living in a cave for the last 2 weeks, the play ended in a tip from Sherman over to Earl Thomas, who made the interception on the last play that Colin Kaepernick threw up to seal the deal for Seattle. Do you think he's gonna make a big impact in this game?
I totally expect him to be all over the place, just flying to the ball and doing everything he can to just wreak havoc.
Yeah.
On the Broncos. I mean, I don't see how Richard Sherman is not fired up for this game.
Yeah, he has to be.
How you're not going to get 110% out of him. So
he absolutely has to be. You're exactly right. And that's the one thing about this Broncos team, though, that is so dangerous, is that Richard Sherman's going to take away one weapon from Peyton Manning, but there's still so many. I mean, even if you take away Demaryius Thomas, you have Eric Decker, you have Julius Thomas, you have Wes Welker, who is one of the best third down backs in NFL history. There's no doubt about that. And that's exactly what we're looking at. Do you think the run game for Denver has a play in this game, or do you think Seattle just basically puts a stop to that immediately?
Well, I mean, you may see again if Denver gets out to an early lead, you're gonna see them try to eat the clock up too.
That's a good point.
And then, and that makes Richard Sherman less of a threat to them if the ball is being handed off.
Yeah.
No doubt. But Seattle's going to be tough against the run. It'll be tough to run the ball on them. So It'll be really interesting to see how it plays out. And a lot of it's just going to come down to the coin flip.
Yeah, that's a very, very good point. A couple other things before we head over to a background track for a bit. The right side of your YouTube screen, everybody, is a chat screen. For those of you that are on the actual YouTube video page. For those of you watching or listening on the Free Agents Podcast website, disregard this. But on the right side of the YouTube page, there is a chat window. If you wanted to head over to the YouTube chat, you're more than welcome to. I am monitoring that throughout the game, and I can acknowledge those on air as they come up. And also, before the game starts, I'm going to attempt to do a screen share and get a score overlay for you using NFL.com. I was not unable to do that during the NFC Championship game broadcast, but we will see if it will work again. I'm on a bit of a better internet connection this time, so we might actually be able to make that work. So, anyway, Smargy, I think we're going to go to a background check for a bit, wait for to get closer to kickoff. But yeah, that sounds good, and I think we're going to do that right about now. So stay tuned. We've got the Super Bowl 48 kickoff coming right up here on the Free Agent Sports Network. Stay with us.
Stay tuned for more NFL action on the Free Agent Sports Network. Stay tuned for more NFL action on the Free Agent Sports Network. Stay tuned for more NFL action on the Free Agent Sports Network. Stay tuned for more NFL action on the Free Agent Sports Network. Stay tuned for more NFL action on the Free Agent Sports Network. Stay tuned for more NFL action on the Free Agent Sports Network.
Want to welcome you, those of you just joining us for Super Bowl 48. It's a live stream on YouTube. It's on the Free Agent Sports Network. Chris Curtis along with you. Joe Smargy will check in periodically. I believe he's still here. Joe, you there?
There we go. I'm definitely here. I had
Yes,
the mic on
absolutely.
mute. Sorry there, Chris.
No, not a problem. Not a problem. Gonna get you set for kickoff here, which is gonna happen in just a few minutes. Seahawks just coming out on the field after being introduced. The Denver Broncos, led by Peyton Manning, coming out very shortly here. And yeah, it's going to be a very, very good game. Joe, tell me real quick before we get started, what do you think? Do you think this has an impact on Peyton Manning's legacy, whether it be win or lose?
Well, definitely a win will certainly cement his legacy. On par with all the certainly best quarterbacks of this generation. 1A with what I think will ultimately be the end of Tom Brady's legacy as well.
Mm-hmm.
A loss here, he's still one of the greatest quarterbacks of this generation.
Yeah.
But that win, it just makes it almost undisputable, I think.
Now, for Peyton, it's kind of an interesting play because when he was with the Colts and he won the Super Bowl against Chicago, a lot of people are looking at as, even though he won the Super Bowl, because it was against the Bears, it was kind of less than stellar. Do you think he's kind of looking at that as a kind of a motivation point coming in here?
Yeah, there's a case to be made for that Super Bowl. That was not necessarily the great, strongest opponent that he's faced. That Chicago team. But it's undeniable to me at this point. Clearly, I just look at him and Tom Brady, and again in this generation, I think they're just so close.
Yeah.
And as their careers play out, statistical means everything comes back to the middle of it.
Yeah.
And people will be debating this forever, perhaps.
Yeah, Tom Brady versus Peyton Manning, who is better? Absolutely. Denver coming out onto the field right now. You see the horse there right in the middle, and it's definitely the stage is set. MetLife Stadium in New Jersey did a fantastic job with the pregame for this, and it looks fantastic. I tell you what, for those paying the $2,500, $3,500 a seat, for that, just for the spectacle that is the Super Bowl, it's got to be worth it, you'd think.
Yeah. I have my cousin-in-law lives kind of near the stadium, and he said he could hear all the music and partying last night.
Oh, nice.
He had a nice evening out on his porch, I believe. So
there's that. Yeah. It's definitely a spectacle to behold, and something that it's on my bucket list. I definitely want to go to a Super Bowl before I die, and as with a lot of sports fans, I'm sure that's the same thing. So. Yep. So, but we are getting ready to go. One major conflict about this Super Bowl being played in New Jersey was the weather. It doesn't look like that is going to be a problem. 44 degrees is the scheduled, it looks like that's the game time temperature as we start here in New Jersey. Fox is probably going to go to another commercial before the actual kickoff, but that's completely fine. The weather isn't supposed to get under freezing the entire game. So that plays into Denver's hands because of the fact that Manning doesn't really play well in bad weather, and the fact that he is not playing in bad weather tonight is going to definitely work for the Broncos. So
yeah, it certainly evens the playing field for them to have the good weather here, and I think as a true fan of football, I think that's a good thing. I think as much as we'd all love to see like a great Super Bowl in the snow and ice or something like that, of yore, it just doesn't really bring out the best of the talent of these teams in modern football. So I'm sure some football purists were disappointed this year, hoping with this New York Super Bowl that they would be able to see some ice and snow and kind of return to the old days.
I'm on the other side of the fence there. And actually,
I agree.
I'm
with you, Chris.
Really quick, we're gonna wait a minute. They're doing the national anthem right now, so we're gonna. Yep. And with that said, there we go. A rather classic rendition of the national anthem as we get ready to go here. Super Bowl 48, everybody, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey. Chris Curtis and Joe Smargy here with you and the Free Agent Sports Network as we do an audio-only broadcast. For those wondering why we can't do video, that's an NFL restriction. I really don't feel like rotting in a federal prison, and I'm pretty sure Smargy doesn't either. So that's why we cannot bring you live video. And so, yeah, we are just about set for kickoff here. Fox is going to one more commercial before we actually get things going. Not sure who has the ball yet. We'll get that sorted out here shortly.
Yeah, I'll be back for the coin flip.
Yep. Yeah, they'll probably do that live on air, like the other actual.
There'll be another commercial probably.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Yep. Yeah, they do a whole bunch of commercials just based on that, just because they can. So we're gonna make sure my. Yeah, there we go. I had my the stream volume up. So for those just joining us, welcome. And just in case you're wondering, the right side of your YouTube screen, if you're not watching it on the Free Agents Podcast website, there is a chat window. You can go ahead and put your thoughts into there. I can address those on there if you have questions, concerns. I was trying to get a score overlay for you. However, unfortunately, that is not going to work. Screen share on Google Hangouts is, for lack of a better word, complete garbage. So I was not able to get that going. But I will update you vocally throughout the game fairly regularly on what's going on. If you hear the noise in the background, it's because I'm doing a broadcast live from the In-Between Cafe in Flint, Michigan. It's a nonprofit organization by college students, for college students, helping each other and the community. Head over to facebook.com/InBetweenCafe for more information. Want to also remind you to check out our normal show, the Free Agent Sports Podcast. It gets out usually either Wednesday or Thursday, and that is including myself, Joe Smargy, who is here with me, LJ, Frenchie the Greek, our own Stephen A. Smith, basically attacking every possible sport you can possibly think of from a third-party perspective, a non-corporate sponsored perspective. So head over to freeagentspodcast.com for more information and to relive past episodes as well. So definitely check that out. And yeah, so as expected, Fox is definitely at a commercial. We're going to step aside here, go to a background track for a bit, and we will be ready to go when it is kickoff time. So you are listening to the Super Bowl 48 coverage on Free Agent Sports Network. Stay with us.
Stay tuned for more NFL action on the Free Agent Sports Network. Stay tuned for more NFL action on the Free Agent Sports Network. Stay tuned for more NFL action on the Free Agent Sports Network.
For those of you just joining us, welcome. Super Bowl 48 is just about to get underway. Seattle has won the toss. They elect to receive. Seattle will start with the ball, give Russell Wilson the first opportunity and first crack at this Denver defense. Chris Curtis and Joe Smargy here with you on this Free Agent Sports Network's coverage of the Super Bowl in MetLife Stadium in New Jersey. Getting things going. They're still doing little sideline interviews with their little reporters on Fox, and we are just about ready. Oh, and now they're going to go to a commercial. Fantastic. Good work, Fox. So yeah,
the kids have got to play the Super Bowl first.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
And then they got to play the real one. So.
Very, very good point. That'll work well. Tell you what, for those that are joining us, thank you and welcome in. It's going to be a fun game to do. It's going to be a fun game to watch, and even better one to call. The big matchup in this game, for sure, has got to be, the Legion of Boom, which is the defensive backs from the Seattle Seahawks, against Peyton Manning, and see if Peyton Manning can actually bring them, out of character of sorts.
Can they get in Peyton Manning's head,
mm-hmm.
and can they disrupt what he's doing out there?
Yep.
And that's the big task for them today.
Yep, and that's exactly right. And it's a matter of if the Seahawks defensive backs and their Legion of Boom can actually create enough time for the defensive line to get to Manning, and that's something that not a lot of teams have been able to do this year. Peyton Manning this year is the quickest with the ball out of his hand. Just under 3 seconds after the ball is snapped, the ball is out of his hand and on its way. So it'll be up to Seattle's corners, their safeties, and it'll be interesting to see if they can get to him and disrupt his timing and disrupt his rhythm.
I'm most curious about Peyton Manning, the play caller in this game. It'll be really what I can't wait to see is how he changes up the plays based on some of the looks that the Seattle defense are going to throw at him here.
Yeah, that's a very good point. One little fun note, that's something I was going to ask you on air, is the over-under on the amount of times Peyton says Omaha is 27.5. Which way are you going?
Oh, I'll go over.
Okay.
I'll take over easy. And I was going to mention I wish Frenchie was with us because I think the national anthem probably hit the over. There's usually a prop bet on the duration of the anthem.
Oh, that was...
I know Frenchie usually gets some action on that. So she that little flourish at the end, she definitely knocked that out. So I think it's probably good there.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. They're still getting everything going here.
They're getting set up to kick now.
Yep, here we go. Just about to get going. Seattle, again, will start with the ball. After the coin toss, they won the toss, elected to receive.
An interesting choice. That's a really interesting choice.
Never mind. Actually,
that's about this tomorrow.
Never mind. That was actually false. Apparently, I read it right, saw it wrong. The Seattle Seahawks are going to kick, and Trenton Holiday is on the other side of the field, ready to receive it. And we are just about ready to go in New Jersey. Hauska's got it lined up, and Super Bowl 48 is underway. Kick goes about 10 yards deep into the end zone. Here comes Holiday out to the 5, the 10, cuts right to the 15, and actually gets stopped before the 15 to the 13-yard line, and he'll be taken down there. That's where Peyton Manning and this Broncos offense will start things out. Just underway, Super Bowl 48. And you take a look there at the future Hall of Famer, Peyton Manning. Owns practically every single season record there is. 5,477 yards, 55 touchdowns against just 10 interceptions. So just under 70% on the completion percentage as well. Fantastic work from him this year, and a big reason why they are where they are.
The ball's loose. What is going on out there?
And oh man, bad snap. Yeah, that's right. Looks like my feed's a little bit behind yours, Smargy.
Yeah, that's okay.
That's completely fine. There is a flag somewhere, though. It's a bad snap. It went into the end zone. Let's see what happened here.
No snap.
They're calling it no snap. Oh, no, they're calling it a safety. It is indeed a safety. So
that is legit safety, yeah. And there's no unless there was a false start, they would have had to blow the play dead. But
that's from the look of it. They were calling it.
I could not have called. I would never have called that, Chris.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So Peyton.
Seattle has momentum, and they haven't even.
And now they have a lead, and they get the ball. So that should be very, very interesting. Russell Wilson's going to come out and get the ball after a free kick. And that's not the way you wanted to start out your second Super Bowl.
No, that is not a good start for the Broncos in
your
this
third
game.
Super Bowl anyway. Yep. See what happens here. 2-0 Seattle, just underway. I feel like that's an NBA score, but indeed, we are at MetLife Stadium. Super Bowl 48 again. If you're for those of you just joining us on Free Agent Sports Network's coverage, you already missed points. So, should be very, very interesting here. They're still doing third replays.
Honestly, I mean, I'm speechless, Chris, to see this happening.
Yeah, it's a weird start.
First play. It'll be really, the real question is, can the Seahawks go down the field here?
Yeah. Yep,
ideally put 7 on the board and have a nice early lead.
Yep, and I think they do that with a nice long drive. Something in the 7-8 minutes, if they can do that.
Yeah, be aggressive here, I think.
Yep, absolutely. All right, so Percy Harvin's going to be back to receive now. Matt Prater ready to kick it off. Last safety in the Super Bowl was from San Francisco, for those of you wondering. Free kick will get to about the 15-yard line, 16. Harvin's going to take it out to the 35-yard line, get upended there, and that's where now Russell Wilson will start things out for them. I don't think we will see a safety here.
Well, you never know, Chris. Anything can happen in this game, obviously.
Absolutely. And for those 42 viewers live with us, welcome. Taking a look at Russell Wilson's numbers, 33.57 on the yards for the year, and a completion percentage just over 63% as he is ready to go. First play of the game for the Seahawks offense. Marshawn Lynch is in the backfield. Motion from the right, drop it back, hand it off to Marshawn Lynch. Got a little bit of room, not too much, about 2 yards, gets to about the 38, and is taken down there. Looking at 2nd and 8 after that short run. And taking a look there at the Seahawks offense, 4th in the NFL in rush yards per game at $137. So that's it's definitely an efficient rushing attack for Skittles and company. Single back again for Wilson. Lynch is in the backfield again. 39 is where they marked that last play. And it'll be a reverse the other way. Then it's 11, Percy Harvin. Is he out of bounds? No, he's gone.
He's gone.
Touchdown, Seahawks. On a reverse from the right side, the wide receiver took the handoff all the way to the house. And pending the extra.
Stellar blocking there. Wow.
Yeah, absolutely. Pending the extra point, we're looking at a 9-0 Seattle lead, not even a minute and a half into this ball game. Crazy turn of events here and nothing going well for Denver early. Oh, wait. What? Something actually. Did they call back that
Smart? Yeah, they pulled it back, Chris. He was ruled out of bounds, I believe, at some point.
Oh, okay. That makes a little more sense. I wasn't
explaining it at all, though. They just jumped.
Yeah,
I thought it was a touchdown, and all of a sudden they're lined up. That's important coverage.
Yeah, exactly. That was really weird. But either way, now we're looking at a 1st and 10. The Seahawks are in Denver territory, and they're actually 1st and 15 now after the false start. It looked like so. That definitely changes things. I thought we were looking at a 9-0 lead. It remains 2-0. So, 1st and 10. They're at the 36 of Denver. I formation, looks like Lynch in the backfield. Drop it back. Play action. Roll right. Quick throw. It's dropped. And that is 86, Zach Miller, the tight end, with that drop.
Yeah, you got to catch that ball, buddy.
Yeah, he had some open field in front
of him.
Look at that. Look at that.
You got to catch that.
Yep.
Seahawks need to settle down here.
Yep.
And
slow it down. Absolutely. Give it to Skittles. Let him run a little bit. Wilson's in the gun here. It's 3rd and 15. Drop it back. 1 step drop, quick throw, and that's not going to get the job done. Caught at the 30-yard line by Jermaine Kearse. And they're looking at a 4th down. John Ryan looks like he's going to come in and punt it away here. No, wait. Actually, the offense is still out in the field, looks like. All right.
I like that call. I like that call.
And
I think that's a good call from your opponent's 30.
no, sorry, you're good. Wilson in the gun again. It's actually indeed back to a third down because apparently they did a little. Something's up with Fox right now. I'm not really sure what's going on, but that is a first down catch by Jermaine Kearse up the middle. And Russell Wilson is indeed driving again inside of Denver territory. So it was not a fourth down as originally thought. There was a repeat down, it looked like. The score overlay on Fox said it was third down twice in a row. So there's that. And Jermaine Kearse with a big third down catch. And they're doing exactly what they needed to. They're driving the ball, even though they should have had, per se, 9 points already. I formation, handoff. It's Lynch.
Shifty out there.
Yeah, a little bit. And he will go nowhere. Forward progress might get him 2 yards before the line of scrimmage, but I don't think so. And, yep, 2nd and 12 now. So Wilson and company up 2-0 early. Shotgun set for Wilson. Bunch right on the receiving core. Drop it back, and he will be a keeper. Wilson's going to try and run to the outside, get to about the 12-yard line. And it'll be third down. Out of bounds goes Wilson, and that'll set up a key third down. And the Seahawks are doing exactly what we wanted them to. They were looking at 4 minutes on this drive that started with good field position. In the gun is Wilson. Takes a snap. Has to roll out to his left. Possibly run. He will. Down to the 10. He'll dive for the first down. Did he get it? That's going to be the big question. Chains might be coming out here. We'll see. Nope, they're going to mark him short. About a yard. So it'll be a 4th and 1 now, and it'll be a decision time for Pete Carroll.
I suspect he's going to kick the field goal here, I think.
Take the points? Is that what you would do?
Yeah. I think at this point, yeah. Oh, okay. Got a challenge?
Possibly for the spot of the ball?
I think so.
Yep, that's what they were doing. Steven Hauschka was lining up, but Pete Carroll threw the challenge flag. So the field goal attempt turns into a booth review.
It looks short. It looks short to me on that replay. Oh, yeah. I don't know. That angle looks a lot closer. That's
that angle there. We'll maybe.
But it's over the sideline before it gets that far forward.
Right.
I think it's not out of bounds before it gets to that mark.
They might give him the nose, but I honestly take a look at that there. I don't know. We'll see. They are going to commercial.
Play call, though.
They're going to a commercial. We're going to take a break as well. Head to a background track. You are listening to Super Bowl 48 coverage on the Free Agent Sports Network. Stay with us.
Stay tuned for more NFL action on the Free Agent Sports Network. Stay tuned for more NFL action on the Free Agent Sports Network. Stay tuned for more NFL action on the Free Agent Sports Network.
And we are back on Super Bowl 48 coverage, Free Agent Sports Network. We're looking at a challenge. All right, so the call stands on the field, it looks like. Stephen Hauschka will indeed kick the field goal here shortly. .33 for 35 on the year. 53 is his long. And he's 6 for 6 perfect in the postseason. Has a chance to give Seattle a 5-point lead. 22 yards. And flags everywhere. Looks like a false start on the offensive lines. What happened there? So Hauschka will kick from 5 yards deeper.
Kick it again, yeah.
Yep.
I think you got to kick there. I mean, unless it's like less than an inch or something, you might try to run the sneak. But
right. Good challenge or bad challenge by Carroll?
I don't know. That's a tough one because the only thing you can really do there is hope to get an advance on the ball. I mean, it's all his guys in the booth are watching and they're telling him what they see.
Yeah.
He obviously isn't seeing it, when he throws that flag out, so he's just going on what they tell him.
Yep. So the kick by Hauschka is good, and it's a 5-0 lead for Seattle, as we'll stay right here with you before they kick it back off. But tell you, that's not the start you wanted if you are Peyton Manning, and there'll be some words on the sideline there between John Fox, his center, and Peyton Manning and his center, and Peyton Manning and John Fox, I'm sure, and it'll be interesting to this next series is going to be very interesting. And maybe think it was nerves for the center there.
Yeah, it's got to be. I mean, I've never played professional football, Chris,
right.
So it's really hard to just say, like, oh, yeah, they're all pros. It shouldn't be a problem.
Right, yeah.
It's the biggest game of your life, and I can only imagine that there was just some miscommunication there, and he went early.
I look at it this
hopefully
way.
They can settle down, and Seattle needs to settle down, too. They've shown some jitters here with some of these penalties we've seen on this drive, so they need to rein it in, too.
Yep, absolutely. To tell you what, talk about nerves and talking about never playing professional football. I mean, I get nervous in Madden, so that's where that goes. So, that's part of the that's part of what they're fighting out there. Except for times it by 150 million, being the only two teams in the spotlight in the spectacle they call the Super Bowl. So, definitely an amazing atmosphere that they created, and like I said before the show, weather doesn't seem that it's going to be an issue. It was 44 degrees at game time, just like predicted, and it doesn't look like it's less than a 10% chance of precipitation. So, and
it's absolutely gorgeous out. I was driving around here in New England, and windows down and the heat blasting all day.
Absolutely. There you go. Not too bad and not too dangerous on the roads apparently. Not anymore. I mean, we got some snow up over in the Flint, Michigan area, and roads are kind of dicey, but everything seems to be all right now. So, but yep. So, let's see here, and we are indeed back after commercial. There's going to be a kickoff here. Trenton Holiday is going to be back deep for the Broncos again, and Stephen Hauschka ready to boot it away. Manning, who really hasn't had an offensive possession yet. We'll see his, technically second drive, but really his first drive here. 9 plays, 51 yards, 4:27 off the clock on that field goal drive. As Hauschka will boot it away here. Decent kick, good kick, 10 yards deep in the end zone again. And actually, it goes behind Trenton Holiday, and he basically kicked a field goal.
Another flag on the play.
No, there is a flag. See what this is about. Maybe some chippiness after the play.
Yeah.
Didn't think we'd see too much of that for two teams that don't see each other very often. Let's see what this is.
Yeah, they are fired up. Both teams are fired up tonight, no doubt. They are just
It was
running
on the
through a
kicking
guy.
team.
Oh.
Yep. Unnecessary roughness is what they call. Let's see what this is. Oh, yeah. Okay, I'd
That
say
was
so.
unnecessary.
Yeah, that's the letter of the law there. That's for sure. No reason for that. And that's going to turn into some yards for Peyton Manning to start with here. So here we go. 35 is where they're at after the 15-yard penalty. Manning's in the gun. That's Moreno to his right. And it'll be a handoff to him. And he'll get to about the 33 is where they might mark him. And, oh, interesting. After the whistle there, almost looked like another personal foul might be called after he was tackled to the ground well after the whistle. So some definite fired up on both sides. I think you're right on cue with that. Manning, quick play caller. He's basically no huddling it. Moreno's to his left now. Receiver moving from the left to the right. I think that's Welker. Drop it back. Three-step drop, quick out of his hands. Got it there, and a quick hit. That was 88. Demarius Thomas, who got the catch. It was a short catch, maybe 2 yards. Just a quick little crossing route and a big hit there. That was 31 on the defense. I'll get you a name here shortly, but nobody in the backfield with Manning in the gun. Drop it back, three-step drop, pressure coming. On the way, throws quickly. It's a 2-yard catch, it looks like. And that's Julius Thomas this time. And it's a quick 3 and out now, and that'll be a big, big stop on Seattle's defense.
Yeah, hopefully Seattle can keep it together here and capitalize on the next possession.
Yep, absolutely. On this one? No idea. Nope. No, because this box is sent there. Oh, wait. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, okay. We can't get audio on this one? It was actually playing audio earlier. It's playing audio. You just can't hear it over that one.
Well, it sounds like Chris Curtis is dealing with some technical things over there at the cafe live at his location. It's definitely been a chippy, aggressive start to this game for both teams.
Thank you for that, Smarty. Yes,
I just cannot wait to see what's going to happen now.
Yeah, it's a bit of technical difficulties going on this end for the cafe, as well as doing the broadcast. I help manage this place too, so it's a lot of things going on, but keeping it all together here. I was just asked a quick question, not a big deal. So, but yeah, it's you're right, Smart. Definitely a bit chippy out there, especially on the Seattle side of the ball. The personal foul, which didn't amount to much, was key to that. And it's again a 3 and out by the Denver Broncos, who actually led the league in fewest 3 and outs during the regular season. So definite good work by this Seattle defense to start things.
Yeah, they just need to come out here and really just eat up the ball and go down field and try to get a touchdown here.
Absolutely. Yep, should be a good. Looking for another long drive out of Seattle here. That's for sure. So
I do like the play calling for Seattle on that last offensive set.
A lot of runs.
That really that wonderful end around. You don't see a lot of that in the NFL anymore. It's a nice thing to see for old school football fans.
It's from a guy in Pete Carroll who he does the unconventional, to say the least. And I think that's kind of like a call. Similar area to the call with Sean Payton a couple years back in the Super Bowl with the onside kick coming out of the half. That's kind of where he goes to the same school. Is kind of what I'm going after here. So, but we are back after the punt. Seattle back on the field. And the ball control, Seattle has indeed owned that, doubling the Broncos' time of possession to this point, and that's huge. That's what we were looking for at the beginning of this game, and that's what we'll be looking for till the end. 5-0. Seattle has the lead, and here come the Seahawks. Wilson's in under center. Lynch is in the backfield from the 28-yard line, and it's a quick throw to the right, looking for Golden Tate, and it goes through his hands. So it's second down. Yeah.
Well, Golden Tate will not be on my fantasy football team this year.
Not after that drop. You're exactly right. After that. Here we go again. Under center is Wilson. Lynch is in the backfield again. Second down and 10 from their own 28. Motion from the right to the left to the wide receiver. I think it looks like Baldwin. Lynch is going to get the carry to about the 30-yard line. He will get stood up there and taken down. So it'll be a third down and 8.
Yeah, big third down here for Seattle.
Can't let Denver's defense get momentum. Here we go. 3rd and 8, big play. Crowd's loud at MetLife as they anticipate a big stop for Denver and a big third down conversion for Seattle. Shotgun for Wilson. Drop it back. 2-step drop. He might turn and try to run this.
They rule the catch.
Throw is, yes, they do indeed rule the catch. It's on the left sideline, and it will be a first down. And we'll see if John Fox now looks at that one. See right here on this replay, and oh yeah, that's a catch.
That's good.
That's
good.
Definitely a good catch. Yes, Golden Tate kind of making up for a drop on first down play with a nice catch there. And another first down for Russell Wilson. He's 3 for 5, 27 yards so far. He's in the I formation. Lynch is the deep back. Motion from the right to the left, back right again. Drop it back. It'll be a play action. And Wilson's going to do a quick flip out to the right side. And it's a catch. That is 26. Michael Robinson, the fullback, with a catch on that. So Sherman hasn't really had a chance to make many plays out there right now just because his offense has been on the field a whole bunch. And we go at it again. Wilson's in the gun. Bunch receivers right for Seattle. It'll be handoff to Lynch, and he will get nowhere. And we'll be looking at a 3rd and 6, it looks like, after he's taken down Unrin on the tackle there. No real estate to run in there for Lynch. And another big third down to try to extend this drive. In the gun is Wilson. Lynch is to his left. Takes a snap. 3-step drop. Looks to throw. Throws over the middle. Got a man there. It looks like a first down.
Yeah, it's a nice throw.
Yep, Doug Baldwin.
Nice throw.
Doug Baldwin with the reception, and the drive is extended again. Doing a fantastic job of keeping the ball out of Peyton Manning's hands early. Baldwin going to line out to the right on this first down play. That's one guy who I think is going to have a sleeper big game for Seattle. Snap is taken. It's a quick little wide receiver screen, and it won't be much. Few yards. It will be into Denver territory. And that was Percy Harvin on the screen. 5-yard play will make up a 2nd and 5. Percy Harvin, the former Minnesota Viking, who definitely made some plays there when he was in the NFC North with them and has battled injuries throughout the year with Seattle. It missed the NFC Championship game. Now he's back. And a quick little pitch out. And, and Wilson's now in trouble. There's a pitch to the running back. You got to pitch back at him. And they are not going to call it intentional grounding. It's a throw to basically the line of scrimmage, but there was an eligible receiver in the area. So no intentional grounding.
It's 19 hours.
And a quick little throw that will get him out of trouble.
Well, that was some quick thinking there on Russell Wilson's part. Wow.
That's one thing in the NFC Championship game he got called for a bunch. There was two or three separate plays he got called for intentional grounding, not really thinking, just kind of heaving it into an open area. And you have to heave it into an area where a receiver is present. So, and he did that there. Third down, 3 for 3 with 27 yards. He's in the gun on this third down. Need to get to the 38. Drop it back. Throws left side fairly deep. It's Baldwin at the 10, down to the 6-yard line. Doug Baldwin with a nice catch and run after. And Wilson puts it right where it needs to be.
There you go. Doug Baldwin getting it done.
Absolutely.
Oh, he had plenty of room. He was off. Oh, he's way off his defender.
Oh, yeah. He got right past his corner man. And as actually Champ Bailey he was going up against there, and he got past him like he was standing still. Doug Baldwin with a fantastic play getting past the corner man, and they're at the 6 on a 1st and goal. I formation for Wilson. Drop it back. Hand off to Lynch. Going to try to find some real estate and make a play. No, there's a flag on the play, and he is taken down at the 11-yard line. We'll see what this flag is.
Offensive holding.
Yep, holding on the offense. And it's a major hold, 10 yards. So that'll bring him back to the 16. So they're still in the red zone, but that is indeed Unger on the hold. See where they call this here. Yep, that sounds about right. Shotgun now for Wilson. They're at the 16-yard line. It's a replay of first down. Snap is taken, handoff to Lynch. Gets a little bit of real estate, not too much. Gets about a yard, and he'll be taken down at the 15. So 2nd and goal here. No first downs now. They have to score or kick it. And here we go. Baldwin's going to line out to the left this time. Let's see if they go in his direction. Champ Bailey's on him. Drop it back. Quick little pitch out, and he dropped the ball. It'll be interesting to see if they say he had possession or not. It was Percy Harvin on the drop, and 4 or 5 Broncos ran at the loose ball. We'll see if they call this possession. If it is, then it's Broncos ball.
I don't think they're going to call this possession here.
No, I don't think so either. It doesn't look like as much. Looks it'll go to third down. What was that, Smarch?
I was just remarking on the fact that they did not.
Yeah.
And we have a challenge.
Yep, and that's, okay, yep. And there's some laundry on the field of the red variety, and John Fox will take a look. He'll have the refs take a look to see if he did indeed have possession. Oh, no, they're actually challenging the legitimacy of the pass. Was it a forward pass or was it a backwards pass?
I see.
Look forward to me, but they're going to take a look at it, and we're going to step aside as well. Super Bowl 48, you're listening to the coverage on the Free Agent Sports Network. Stay with us.
Stay tuned for more NFL action on the Free Agent Sports Network. Stay tuned for more NFL action on the Free Agent Sports Network. Stay tuned for more NFL action on the Free Agent Sports Network.
And back to it here. For those of you just joining us, welcome. Super Bowl 48 coverage on the Free Agent Sports Network. And it is an incomplete pass.
Yeah.
Yep. Chris Curtis and Joe Smargy with you here on this Super Bowl 48 coverage. An early lead for Seattle, 5-0 as they've controlled most of the action. And Wilson's looking at a 3rd and goal. Again, ball control's a huge number right now. They've owned it for over 10 minutes already, has Seattle. Manning has been off the field except for 2 minutes of this game. Wilson's in the gun. Looks like Marshawn Lynch is to his right, And that's Golden Tate at the bottom of your, Doug Baldwin at the bottom of your screen. Drop it back. 2-step drop, looks to throw over the middle, looking for the end zone. Oh, incomplete.
Could not hang on to it at all.
Looking for Jermaine Kearse in the back of the end zone over the middle. He couldn't bring it in. Good defensive play there. 56 on the Broncos defense. That was Irving on the defense, shaving a touchdown. So Hauschka will come out with it for a second field goal, trying to make this an 8-point game. Snap is good. Hold is good. Kick is up. And it is through. So Stephen Hauschka puts points on the board for Seattle. It's now 8-0. We're going to step aside one more time here as the change of possession is upon us. You're listening to Super Bowl 48 on the Free Agent Sports Network. Stay with us.
Stay tuned for more NFL action on the Free Agent Sports Network. Stay tuned for more NFL action on the Free Agent Sports Network. Stay tuned for more NFL action on the Free Agent Sports Network.
I want to take this opportunity to remind you this game is being broadcast from the In-Between Cafe, nonprofit organization made by college students for college students, helping each other and the community. Head over to facebook.com/InBetweenCafe for more information. Still the first quarter, 8-0 Seattle, as Steven Hauschka's made it an 8-point game with his second field goal already. Some big-time time of possession numbers for the Seattle Seahawks. Over 10 minutes of ball control in this game as Hauschka gets ready to boot it away. Trenton Holiday is back deep for the Broncos. 10 yards deep in the end zone and another field goal. This one actually off the uprights for Hauschka as he kicked it from his own 35. Broncos will start out there at their own 20 after that. So, yep, like I said, big-time time of possession numbers for Russell Wilson and company as they've owned the ball 5 times more than Peyton Manning in this game, and that's a big reason why they have the lead that they do.
Yeah, they've taken the Broncos out of this game at this point.
Yep, absolutely. And with 2 and change left here in the first quarter, Peyton Manning's in the gun. Drop it back. Quick little 2-step drop. Throws over the middle. It's a short pass. It's Welker, and he'll have the 3-yard catch. They might mark it 4 yards, but either way, we're looking at second down. And now about that stat. The first time this postseason, the Broncos have failed to score on consecutive drives. That's pretty good for the Seattle defense, exactly what they want. Moreno's in the backfield. Looks like a pistol formation for Manning. Drop it back, hand off to Moreno, run left. Got a little bit of real estate, trying to get to the first down mark. He will not, the ball's out loose. The Broncos will jump on it at the 23-yard line. I believe that's where it will stay. And we'll...
Yeah, it's a legit strip there.
Yep, absolutely. 91 on the strip there. And it is indeed a fumble, but a good heads-up play by 89 on the Broncos there. That was... don't actually have that number. Either way, doesn't matter. Manning's in the gun. From his own 23. Drop it back, bunch receiver right, looking to throw. Throws over the middle. Quick little flip, and it's intercepted.
Oh, wow.
Chancellor on the interception for Seattle.
It looks like they just barely tipped that ball a little bit.
And we'll
right
see.
into his
Yep.
hands.
Yeah, absolutely. The defensive line got their hands on it. Put it right over 80. I believe that was Julius Thomas, the intended receiver, right into Chancellor's hands. Another change of possession, a big turnover made for the Seattle Seahawks as they get the ball back after this. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned for more NFL action on the Free Agent Sports Network. Stay tuned for more NFL action on the Free Agent Sports Network. Stay tuned for more NFL action on the Free Agent Sports Network.
After a big turnover forced by Seattle, the Chancellor interception, as we take a look again, Peyton Manning tipped at the defensive line, just kind of floated up there. You see there Skittles, Marshawn Lynch on the sideline and getting congratulated as Chancellor.
Yeah, they have stolen all of the Broncos' thunder in this game.
Yes, absolutely.
And they will be playing just to get into the locker room at this point.
Yeah, well, it's still even the first quarter. There's still a whole another 15 minutes of football before they even
Yeah.
get there. So definitely an interesting turn of events here, something we did not expect. Here come the Seahawks from their own 12 or 13. It is a run onto the left side. Percy Harvin, another end around screen, and he gets decent yards on it, another first down. That is ball efficiency right there from the Seahawks, and another end around screen that works to perfection.
Clearly the Seahawks see something where they can set the edge here. They clearly have a matchup on the outside with the line that they're able to exploit.
Doug Baldwin there on the block had a really good job of sealing that edge for him, as the cornerback there didn't even know what was going on. And now Wilson's in the gun. Bunch receivers left-hand side. 2 to the right as well. Drop it back. 2-step drop. Throws short. Get it to the 22-yard line. And that is 82 there. The backup tight end, Luke Wilson, on that short grab. So there is a timeout on the field. We'll go ahead and stay with you through that. No need to go to another commercial break if we don't have to. So just wanted to, while we do have the chance, though, I will remind you, if you enjoying what you're hearing from myself and Joe Smargy, we do a little show along with some other people called the Free Agent Sports Podcast. Head over to freeagentspodcast.com. You can listen to old episodes as well as catch up on new ones as they come out. Usually Wednesdays or Thursdays. Those are usually out. And
hey guys, we are here with the food log for the food blog.
Week 3.
We are back at KFC. We couldn't get enough.
We were here yesterday.
I had the pot pie.
And I had the
one second,
which I almost wanted to get the pot pie again, but we're branching out and trying new things. Check it out. 6 original recipe bites, one of KFC's $3.99 combos. Wedges, drink. It actually looks like chicken inside because it's actually chicken.
It's white meat.
Okay, that was interesting. Still there, Smarge.
Yeah, you got an errant video player ad playing somewhere on one of your
I ended
scoreboard
up
screens
actually
or
just
something
closing
like that,
my
Chris.
browser, so that actually.
That's all right.
Yep.
It happens.
All good. All good. Yep, I closed the. I think it was actually Firefox doing that, but it is what it is. So yeah, but as I was saying, Free Agent Sports Podcast, Wednesdays and Thursdays, that usually comes out. Get you updated on every possible sport known to man and many known to monkeys, as they say. Myself, Smargy, LJ, Frenchie the Greek, and our own Stephen A. Smith every once in a while will stop in and grace us with his presence. So definitely check that out if you get the chance. FreeAgentsPodcast.com for more information on that. So, but yeah, Seattle's done a remarkable job of keeping the ball out of Peyton Manning's hands. That's the reason why they lead this game.
They have. They certainly were able to capitalize on the initial on that initial sort of chaos from Denver.
Yeah.
And Denver just looks really defeated right now. They look like they are not in this game. And certainly there's another quarter to play.
Mm-hmm.
But they got it. John Fox has got to rally the troops there.
Absolutely. And, for
they
those
got
of
to
you
get it together.
for those of you that missed the initial chaos, the first play of the scrimmage for this game for the Broncos, who initially won the toss and received the ball, it was an errant snap off the first play from scrimmage that ended up in their own end zone that was grabbed by Denver. It was either 2 points or 7 points they were going to give up there, and luckily the Broncos got there first and only gave up 2. And, the interception by Chancellor, and there's another turnover, and we're looking at a definitely different-looking Peyton Manning-led team than we're accustomed to seeing. So how about
they've
this?
definitely gotten in his head.
Yep, absolutely. Back to it here after the timeout. 22 total plays to this point for Seattle. And Wilson is back under center. Marshawn Lynch is in the backfield on the 2nd and 5. Their own 23 is where they started. And it's a handoff to Lynch. Finds some real estate. Gets a first down. Down to the 12-yard line of Denver. And again, these long drives are definitely punishing this defense of Denver.
Yeah, Seattle's got the momentum now, and they can just grind down the Denver defense that was not looking too sharp.
Absolutely.
Either at the beginning of this game. So.
Absolutely. 8-0 Seattle. They're knocking on the door at the 11-yard line. Lynch is in the backfield again. First down. Motion from the left-hand side, coming right. It's Jermaine Curse. Drop it back. Another handoff to Lynch. He'll run right. Try to bounce it back inside. He will not. And it'll be a 2-yard loss, it looks like, for him. 2nd and 12.
I think if you're Seattle here, you got to take a shot on this down here.
Think so? Think you go after?
You need to get a touchdown. I mean, it would be, you really want to get a touchdown on this drive. I think you got to try to take a shot. You might catch them.
Well, they look like
up.
They very well might be doing that. Wilson's in the gun, and if I'm Wilson, I go after Champ Bailey here. Go after Baldwin and Bailey. See if he can get Baldwin in the corner. Bailey screwed up earlier, and it'll be a throw short. It'll be at the 6-yard line, get to the 5. That is indeed Doug Baldwin at the 5-yard line. So they played him through the middle, not in the corner like I thought they might be doing. And it is a 3rd down.
Well, I think it's easy to forget Seattle does have some weapons.
Mm-hmm.
It may not be the big names of Denver, but
yeah, absolutely.
They can catch the ball and they can pass.
It's basically no names for Seattle that have done this all year long, with the exception of maybe Percy Harvin, who has been injured for most of the year.
Yeah.
Here comes Seattle now, in the gun.
Oh!
And looking to throw towards the end zone, incomplete. There is a flag on the play, though. The pass was intended for Golden Tate in the back of the end zone towards the corner.
A PI call against Denver.
Yes, indeed. And that's going to put the ball at the 1-yard line for Seattle.
Well, we'll be talking about this tomorrow, too.
Yeah, it didn't look like it off the hop. We'll see here on this replay.
That's a very borderline call there. He did have his hands on him.
You know what it was? He had his hands on him, and he wasn't looking at the ball.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, he was looking right at the guy, yeah.
Got to turn around and look at the ball if you're Carter there. And then he will go to the sideline in disbelief. John Fox put him there, and it's a goal line set for Seattle. 1st and goal. Lynch is in the backfield. Drop it back. Quick real estate to the left-hand side. Did he get in? Denver says no. Seattle hasn't
looks real close.
Really
reacted. It looked like, to me, he got over on the initial play.
We'll see. Waiting on the referee's decision.
Seattle's all over them.
And they'll say no, he did not. Lynch had a shot to get there, could not get there. See exactly where he ended up on this replay.
Yeah, he is short on that replay.
Yep, just barely.
Reverse angle.
Just barely, yep. Absolutely. So 2nd and goal. Lynch again in the backfield. Drop it back. Hand off to Lynch. Going to try again. This time it looks like he did. And he did. Touchdown, Seattle.
He's in. There we go.
So already, pending the extra point here, 15 points against this Denver defense. And the league's best defense has showed up to play, and the league's best offense has been thwarted by said defense. So it's been not exactly as close as we thought coming in so far. Lynch puts points on the board there. Hauschka is ready to kick the extra point. Snap is good. Hold is good. It is up and good. So 15-0. Peyton Manning is down. And we are just ugly by Peyton Manning so far. We're going to take a break as they change possession. Super Bowl 48 coverage on the Free Agent Sports Network. Stay with us.
Stay tuned for more NFL action on the Free Agent Sports Network. Stay tuned for more NFL action on the Free Agent Sports Network. Stay tuned for more NFL action on the Free Agent Sports Network.
Back to it here after the touchdown drive by Seattle. 7 plays, 37 yards, 3:59 off the clock, and a Marshawn Lynch 1-yard touchdown run. 15-0 is the score as we play here in the second quarter of play. 13 and change left in it. Smargy taking a break. He'll be back with us in a little while. Trenton Holiday is back in the Denver end zone waiting on the kick from Steven Hauschka. Super Bowl 48. For those of you just joining us, welcome. Kick is on the way from Hauschka. It's another good kick. This one into the end zone, about a yard. Here comes Holiday to the 10, the 15, and he will get taken down there. And their ball looks like it went loose. Waiting on a call here from the referee. It is Denver ball. So Denver does keep it. As we play here in the second quarter, Peyton Manning about to get going. And I expect to see a different Peyton Manning coming out of the second half, in the second half, that's for sure. We'll see here the Chancellor made the initial hit on that kickoff return, then taking another look at it. Looks like an injury to Holiday. Still looking at him down on the field. Or actually, no, it's actually Chancellor on the ground. Seahawks around him, just kind of on his, kneeling down, trying to get him up and walking. And he will. He's up on his in his own power. Might have just gotten the wind knocked out of him, maybe, because he seems to be walking okay. So there's that. So Broncos will have it 1st and 10 from their own 15-yard line. That's where Manning is. Moreno's to his left in the gun. Manning needs points on this drive, in my opinion. Moreno's now going to move to his right. Drop it back. Throws. Quick wide receiver screen, and it goes for about 5-6 yards. Looking for Demaryius Thomas, and he found him there on the screen play. Average starting position for each team. The Seattle Seahawks have started at their own 42 as an average, and Denver at their own 23, if that tells you anything. Part of the reason why the Seattle Seahawks have a lead here. Moreno's in the backfield. Manning's under center. Quick pass to the outside. It's Demaryius Thomas again, who gets upended at the 23-yard line. Gets taken down there. And it'll be a 3rd and 1 as they give him a couple of yards, actually. So the 25 is where they're going to mark him due to forward progress. And needs to get to the 26 for a 1st down. Loud 3rd down coming up here. MetLife Stadium is very loud at this point. Only 19 yards passing to this point in the game for Manning. Play clock running down. 2 seconds on it. Play gets off. Handoff to Moreno. He's got the 1st down and a little bit more. Bowls his way ahead to the 30-yard line. He gets taken down there. That's only the first down in this game for Denver. And they're looking at a 1st and 10, trying to put a drive together before the half. In the pistol is Manning. Moreno's behind him. It's 1st and 10. Drop it back, throws quick, and gets it out to the 36. And that's Demaryius Thomas's 3rd catch on this drive. 2nd and 3 after that catch and tackle. 15-0 Seattle for those of you just joining us here in the 2nd quarter. Decker's on the outside on Sherman, or Sherman's on him, I should say, more appropriately. He's the only one on the outside. They got a bunch left. Drop it back. Quick little handoff. Looks like it's to Moreno. And he might have a 1st down. And yes, looks like he did have it. So another 1st down. Their 2nd one now. They're starting to put a little bit of a drive together. Third and a couple of inches, so they did not end up getting it. Manning is in the gun at the 40. Takes a snap. Quick little throw to the right side. Is he going to get it now? It is Demaryius. He does get it. Looks like it. They might bring out the chains here, but it looks like he initially had it, and they will say he had it. So it's a 1st down. Demaryius Thomas, he initially had it, I think, but he cut back for some reason, trying to make more yards than he really needed for that. In the gun is Manning. 3-step drop, looks to throw, throws long, over the middle, and he overthrew his man. Looking for Demaryius Thomas, who's been all over the place on this drive, and it is now 2nd down. So here we go. 2nd down, still just after the 40-yard line of Denver. Manning's going to run under center, call some audibles here. Quick 3-step drop, look, little screen pass, and great tackle there as 3 converging Seahawks take down the ball carrier. I believe that was Moreno. Chancellor, who's back in the game, looks like he will get credit for the tackle. Bennett was also there. And a big 3rd down here, 3rd and 9 for Manning, who's in the gun. Takes a snap, 3-step drop, looks to throw over the middle, does, and he's got his man. Big 1st down for Peyton Manning. It's Wes Welker. Needed every bit of those yards. Wes Welker comes up with a big catch, the former Patriot coming through for Manning. And now Manning's by himself in the gun. They're on the Seattle side of the field. Their first good drive of the game. 1st and 10. Quick little throw, tipped at the line, little screen pass that actually got to his man. Receiver had to come back to the ball. It looks like Demaryius, and it is. And it looks like a 1st down as well at looks like the 33. Nope, they're going to call it inches shy. So he was right there, I think, but not so much apparently. Demaryius is going to sit out this play. No huddle. It's Monte Ball to the left of Peyton Manning. Haven't seen much of him today. Broncos need less than a yard. And Ball will not get it. He might have actually lost a yard on that play. And he might be looking at 3rd and about 2 after that. We'll see. Here we go. Ball's in the backfield again on this 3rd down.
looking at least field goal range to get some points up. Manning calling audibles. In the pistol is Manning. Takes a snap. Handoff to Ball, and he will get it, I think. Yes, he does. First down, Denver Broncos. Another big play on this drive, something they have been void of so far in this game, have the Denver Broncos. Manning's in the gun, drop it back. Like a 5-step drop, rolls right, throws, end zone, and it's incomplete. Looks like it's actually thrown away for the most part. There's a flag on the play. Let's see what that's about. And it'll be a clipping penalty on the offense. Oh, tripping, huh? They call it tripping, not clipping. So how about that? That's one way to block somebody. First and 10 now, or I'm sorry, first and 20. First and 20 for Manning. Again, they're still in Seattle territory. At the 42 of Seattle. Under center is Manning. Welker's in motion. Drop it back. Play action. Quick little screen pass. And not going to work. It'll look like a 2-yard loss as Seattle gets to him. There was Mebane on the tackle there, and it's a bad play for the Broncos. Looks like the screen pass they're very persistent on, but it's just not working to this point. Now we're looking at 2nd and a mile. You can't even see the yellow first down marker on the screen. In the gun. And Moreno has a little bit of real estate to run to about the 35-yard line. Good work there by Moreno to find the real estate he needed. So at least they're looking at possible points out of this drive as they put it back into field goal range for Matt Prater. But they still have a shot at this first down if they can do it. 3rd and 13. If anyone can do a 3rd and 13, it'll be Manning. Here we go. He's in the gun. 3-step drop. Looks to throw, and it's tipped and intercepted. It's intercepted. 63 on the defense, and he's going to take it all the way to the house. It's a Seattle touchdown. And the route is on at MetLife. That's actually 53 on the defense, not 63. 53 on the defense. I'll get you a name shortly. It's Smith. Smith with the interception. Is a tipped ball at the line. It kind of floated up there. And Peyton Manning has thrown 2 interceptions in the first half. 1 return for a touchdown. Pending the extra point, the Seattle Seahawks are going to be up 22-0 on the AFC champions. And he actually got his arm on that. The defensive line got to Manning. Wow. What a play. Steven Hauschka is going to put up the extra point and possibly make this a 22-point game in the first half. It is up, and it's good. So a 3-possession game as Peyton Manning throws his 2nd interception of the half. Seahawks lead 22-0. We're going to take a break here on the Free Agent Sports Network. Stay with us. Stay tuned for more NFL action on the Free Agent Sports Network. Stay tuned for more NFL action on the Free Agent Sports Network. Stay tuned for more NFL action on the Free Agent Sports Network. Back to it here at MetLife, 22-0. Seattle has taken the lead as Trenton Holiday will take the kickoff from Stephen Hauschke. Will take it to the 15, the 20, make a cut at the 20, the 30, get to the 34-yard line. Ball comes out. The ball comes out. It looks like Seattle might have it. Things cannot be going worse for Denver.
It could not get any worse.
Welcome back, Joe Smargy.
Welcome back, Chris. I was definitely watching. I did not miss any of that action. Dude.
Yes.
That was...
The ball is Seattle's.
Wow.
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 An insane turn of events for the Denver Broncos, who came into this game as the obvious favorite. Ball comes out. The obvious favorite in this game was Denver, and they have just been shell-shocked by Seattle. There's no other way to put it. And the Seattle has a chance to go up 30 before the half. That's insane.
No one could predict this, Chris. Nobody could predict this. Everyone who said Seattle could or might win said if they win, it'll be a close game, and they may have to come from behind. No one could predict this would happen.
No, you're exactly right. And for those of you in the chat that mentioned they wanted a live video stream, I cannot provide that, unfortunately. The NFL has restrictions on their product. I cannot provide video. I can provide audio. That's what I'm doing. So for those of you wondering, that is what's going on. The stream is actually also about a minute behind in audio. There's nothing we can do about that. That's a Google thing as well. So just keep that in mind. So you can't exactly mute Joe Buck and Tim McCarver. You can, but the audio will just be a little bit delayed. So if you're listening to me instead. So there's that, but there's no other way to put it. Broncos have been shell-shocked in this game, and it's going to take a hell of a miracle to come back in the second half.
Yeah, they have to. I mean, they need a pep talk, and they have to come out and establish a drive. And they don't. Obviously, now they'll be kicking the ball, right? Denver at the beginning of the half, so it's going to be a tall order. They have to step up and stop Seattle.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
No doubt.
That's exactly right. Yep. That's been absolute craziness at MetLife. And what was the over/under on this game? Did you talk to Frenchie at all?
No, I didn't get to talk to Frenchie about it. I know we put the blog up.
Okay. I didn't get to see the actual number. I was just curious.
Yeah, there was a whole lot of. I know there's a lot of action and movement on this line.
Yeah.
Leading into it. Let's see here. It looks like The consensus was 47.5.
Okay, Seattle.
So
I mean,
somewhere around there, yeah.
Seattle's on pace to put that up by themselves.
Yeah, and Seattle, they were giving Seattle like 2.5 points, give or
Yeah.
take.
Yep.
So yeah, and that's exactly what you'd expect. And that's kind of how we all looked at the game.
Yeah,
as Denver being a strong favorite,
Mhm.
and Seattle would need some luck to go their way, and they would need to take advantage of it. And they've done exactly that here.
So because we are well, actually they did challenge the play. The rule
Yeah,
on the
they've come
field.
back. The call's been turned over.
Okay, so actually there is no fumble there. Seattle does not get to keep the ball, and Trenton Holiday gets away with one. So Peyton Manning will indeed get a chance to touch the ball before this half, and after 2 interceptions in this first half already, he's got to, it's been ugly for Denver. And Peyton's in the gun. Moreno's to his right from the 32. Throw is a one across the middle. Looks like Julius Thomas on that catch. And Demarius Thomas has had a whole bunch of action his way this game. Everything was short. Wasn't able to break anything real big, but a couple of big third down catches. That's about it. So, but other than that, the weapons that we talked about before for Denver have really not showed up. Manning throws left, and it's over the intended receiver's head of Eric Decker.
Well, I think we've seen Peyton sort of clam up in his play calling here. We've seen them hand off the ball more and more as he sees the two high safeties when they show cover two, and they have to pass the ball at this point if they're going to get back in this game.
Yeah, you're exactly right. You're exactly right. Put the ball in Peyton Manning's hands and let him win or lose you the game. You have to. 3rd and 5 here. Don't want to go a quick 3 and out right now. It could spell death. Drop it back, 2-step drop, throws left, got a man. It is caught. Demarius Thomas again. It's a big first down completion.
Yep, and that's what they got to do.
Ball is caught in Seattle territory. They're at the 45-yard line. 44 is where they might actually mark this. So possibly some rhythm coming from Peyton as he takes a snap and a shotgun. Throws over the middle. Tight window. Fits it in there. And Wes Welker has his second catch of the day at the 39. Just over the 2-minute warning in the first half. Denver obviously wants to get points before this half is over. Drops it back, 3-step drop, 3 big steps. Still got it. Throws, got his man at the 28-yard line. It's Julius Thomas with a nice catch there and a Broncos timeout. Trying to get points before the half is over. Seattle leads 22-0. You're listening to Super Bowl 48 on the Free Agent Sports Network. Stay with us. Stay tuned for more NFL action on the Free Agent Sports Network. Stay tuned for more NFL action on the Free Agent Sports Network. Stay tuned for more NFL action on the Free Agent Sports Network. Want to remind you while we have a minute that this is being broadcast live from the In-Between Cafe in Flint, Michigan, made by college students for college students, helping each other and the community. Head over to facebook.com/InBetweenCafe for more information. Peyton still has the ball, still trying to put up points before halftime with a new set of downs. It's first down at the 32-yard line of Seattle. Takes a snap, throws, looking towards the end zone. He overthrew his man. Looking for Julius Thomas. And Earl Thomas was the one in coverage. No flag given, and it'll be a second down. Quick little screen pass from Manning on this play. It looks like no Sean, who gets to about the 20-yard line. Third and 4 for Manning.
A false start on the play.
So make it a 3rd and 9 now after that call. Calls in the right guard Vasquez. And we'll see it here.
Pete Carroll likes that call.
Yeah, I'd say so. I'd say so. That's
Where
for
are the
sure.
pom-poms, Pete?
It's all he needs now. For a head coach, he's got the personality of a cheerleader sometimes. In the gun is Manning. 3rd down and 9, making it more difficult. 3-step drop. Escapes pressure. Throws short across his body to the 19-yard line to Norshawn Moreno, who came out of the flat over the middle of the field, and it is a 4th and 2. So decision time here for John Fox.
I think you have to go for it here.
You and I are in the same boat
You
there.
really need you got to try to score something here to get back in the locker room.
Yeah.
And,
Something
especially when you're kicking the ball away at the beginning of the half.
Something more than 3 points, that's for sure. I
Yeah.
think you got to go something, at least get the 2 and see what you can do with the remaining time on the clock. But
I mean, at this point, if you give up another score, it really can't get any worse. So
yeah, exactly.
you got to go for it here.
You're already going to need an MVP-type comeback to get back into this game in the second half. And, not getting points here will only make it worse. That's for sure. But Seattle,
And they will.
Seattle at this point pitching a shutout. 22-0. So we play with about a minute and change left in the second quarter. In the gun is Manning. Takes a snap, 3-step drop, looking left, throws that way, and towards a sideline, nearly intercepted. Looks like that ball was tipped at the line as well. That's something Seattle's done well all day long. And that is going to be a turnover on down. Seattle gets the ball back. Second quarter, about a minute left. We'll be back right after this. Stay tuned for more NFL action on the Free Agent Sports Network. Stay tuned for more NFL action on the Free Agent Sports Network. Stay tuned for more NFL action on the Free Agent Sports Network. While we got a minute, wanted to remind you to check out the Free Agent Sports Podcast with myself, Joe Smargy, who's also with me, LJ, Frenchie the Greek, and our own Stephen A. Smith, catching you up on all the sports around the country and from a third-person point of view, not corporate-sponsored, nothing like that. Basically, it's there to free your sports. Check it out at freeagentspodcast.com. Back to it at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, and looks like that last throw, indeed, it was tipped. There's the left tackle who got a finger on that ball, and now Seattle has the ball at the 19-yard line.
Yeah, Denver has not been able. Their offensive line has not gotten any traction in this game.
Yes, absolutely.
And it's killing. It's really killing their offense.
Yep. And 4-yard gain there from Marshawn Lynch on that. And Peyton Manning is trying to rally the troops on the sideline. 2nd and 6 for Wilson. Drop it back. Another handoff to Skittles. And he will get a couple of yards. Looks like he'll get to about the 23, 24-yard line. So let's see where they mark this, and that'll make a decent third down. 3rd and 5 is what they'll say. And it's safe to say that if Seattle gets decent points on this drive, it very well could put this game away in the first half. Nope, actually, they're going to call it. We'll see.
Yeah, they're just going to let it run out.
They're just going to let it run. So just to let you guys know, before this goes to half, we will go ahead and go to a background track for most of it. Get a recap the first half for a little while, and then that will be it. So just if you hear a background track, we will be back for the start of the second half. But first, we'll get a halftime recap right after this. Stay tuned for more NFL action on the Free Agent Sports Network. Stay tuned for more NFL action on the Free Agent Sports Network. Stay tuned for more NFL action on the Free Agent Sports Network.
It's 20 hours.
And welcome back, everybody. First half is concluded. 22-0 is what we're looking at. Seattle is ahead of the Denver Broncos. And Smargy, they've been shell-shocked. The Denver Broncos have. Nobody expected this coming out of the gate, as we talked about before. And it all started with that errant snap in the first play of the game.
Yeah, I really believe that some of the sort of the phenomena of Peyton Manning sort of crapping his pants out there, as we talked about sometimes, had been done with. You know, we'd seen him play very well in the playoffs recently, coming back from his surgery and whatnot. And I thought maybe they just kind of gotten some of this resolved. But we've seen him Omaha quite a few times here when faced with with the cover 2 defense and just run the ball. And there's no way they're going to get out of this hole trying to run the ball when they can't get any yardage on the ground
Yeah.
with that offensive line.
Yep, Moreno's been neutralized for most of the game, and the Legion of Boom, per se, has gotten the best of every receiver except Demarius Thomas. Demarius Thomas does have a few catches in this game. He's the only one. I mean, Welker has 2 catches. Decker has, I think, a couple of targets, but I don't think he has a catch. And Julius Thomas has a couple of catches as well, but it's nothing big. There's been no big plays in the Seattle defense, and that's something that Denver, I feel like, relies on.
Well, when you see Monty Ball out there on a key drive, that's the bottom of John Fox's bag of tricks.
Yeah.
That's a white flag to me. They're in some real trouble when that happens.
Yeah, absolutely. And John Fox, as we said, he's going to have to do some serious rallying of the troops in this halftime locker room. And they do have the extended halftime, about 29 minutes, enough time for the halftime show to happen. And for those that care about Bruno Mars, more power to you. But we're going to talk football, and that's just about the way it's going to go. But yeah, but on the other side of the ball, Russell Wilson has been very efficient in this game. He's got I think they have both their touchdowns are rushing touchdowns. Am I correct?
Yes, they have been. I do believe.
Actually, no. Actually, one was a pick 6. The other one was a Marshawn Lynch.
Oh, that's right. They ran one back.
Yep, that's right. They ran one back. That was Chancellor. That was Smith on the run back. Chancellor also has a pick in this game off of Manning. But the end-all be-all of it is it's been a struggle for Denver, and it's been basically easy pickings for Seattle. They've been able to get the ball down the field and very efficient, or not very time-efficient drives, but very play-efficient drives. Anything between 4 minutes and 7 minutes on their drives, on their scoring drives, and a couple of field goals by Stephen Hauschka. And that's
the Seattle offense has been excellent, and I think we tend to not think of them as a team that can pass, like we said, because of these, their weapons are not these big names. These are relatively no-name guys out there playing very well, and Russell Wilson is a very good passer. He can definitely thread the ball in there. We've seen him do it tonight. They've been able to get some key third-down conversions there and overcome some of their penalties by doing that. So I think that's a big surprise, and I think this also illustrates something that we've questioned in Denver's defense all year. Early on, mostly because of injuries, but just, is their defense really as good as it may seem at times?
Right. I mean,
and clearly they're not.
Even the perennial Pro Bowler Champ Bailey got beat on a good Doug Baldwin pass on the left side towards the end zone, and that set up a first and goal for Seattle that they kicked the field goal on. But it's been almost easy for Russell Wilson just because he's not only getting points from his side of the ball, but he's also getting points from his defense with that pick 6. So the Skittles train is running. Russell Wilson, again, very efficient in what he's doing. And Peyton Manning tried to get something going in the tail end of that first half, but he could not really do it. And they're going to pay for it. It's been interesting, to say the least, and something nobody saw coming. So.
Yeah, well, I think in the second half, Denver's not gonna. I don't think they'll finish this game shut out. I think they're gonna score somewhere along the line, and they may get a touchdown. But it'll be interesting to see whether they can.
You think
can hold Seattle and do that, and then come back and score. Get a couple of scores on the board.
Well,
to really get themselves back in the game, and that's what they have to do.
Something we saw last year in last year's Super Bowl was San Francisco and Baltimore, the Blackout Bowl, as it's called.
Yeah.
Before the blackout, San Francisco basically did nothing. And then after the blackout, they came out with their asses on fire and just decided, hey, you know what, we're going to play. And almost came back to win that game. Do you see that type of comeback coming from Denver this time?
Oh, it is certainly possible. Seattle has let some good teams back into some of these games during the year and in the playoffs. And so it definitely could happen. But the Broncos have a steep hill to climb, no doubt.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. So, with that said, that concludes basically the recap of the first half. We'll have the second half for you when it kicks off. As of right now, we're going to go to a background track while they do the halftime show and everything else. And, yeah, so thank you, everybody, for joining us. If you're just joining us, stay tuned. We'll have more action for you after halftime. This is Super Bowl 48 coverage on the Free Agent Sports Network. Stay with us. Stay tuned for more NFL action on the Free Agent Sports Network. Stay tuned for more NFL action on the Free Agent Sports Network. Stay tuned for more NFL action on the Free Agent Sports Network. Stay tuned for more NFL action on the Free Agent Sports Network. Stay tuned for more NFL action on the Free Agent Sports Network. Stay tuned for more NFL action on the Free Agent Sports Network. Stay tuned for more NFL action on the Free Agent Sports Network. Stay tuned for more NFL action on the Free Agent Sports Network. Stay tuned for more NFL action on the Free Agent Sports Network. Stay tuned for more NFL action on the Free Agent Sports Network. Stay tuned for more NFL action on the Free Agent Sports Network. Stay tuned for more NFL action on the Free Agent Sports Network. And welcome back in, everybody, to Free Agent Sports Network's coverage of Super Bowl 48. Seattle's in front of Denver right now, 22-0, and we'll start with the ball. Taking a look at some halftime stats for you. Passing yards are in the favor of Denver, and rushing yards 72 for Seattle, 19 for Denver. So that is not where Denver wants to be for sure. 166 to 123 is the total yards, and time of possession is way in Seattle's favor by about 5 times. So the definite key for Denver out of this halftime is to get a quick stop. They cannot let Seattle come down the field and put more points up, and that'll be a possible spark that Denver needs on the offensive side. Peyton Manning has not played well. 2 interceptions in that first half. Does have a decent chunk of yards, but nothing to show for it on the scoreboard to this point. Matt Prater is going to kick it off here as we are back and underway. And it's dropped at the 5 or at the 10-yard line, but a long return coming here. The 40 to the 50, and he's going to go.
He's loose. He's loose.
He's gone. Touchdown, Seattle.
Wow.
Percy Harvin, right off the second half kickoff, puts points up for Seattle.
Wow, the bucking Bronco has been tamed.
Wow.
That's the rodeo today.
Peyton Manning can't believe it. Look on his face just spelled death. Percy Harvin. He was a game breaker in Minnesota. Had an injury-riddled season and makes one of the biggest plays in this Super Bowl to this point from a momentum standpoint. Don't even let Russell Wilson get on the field. Just give it to Percy Harvin and watch him work. Absolutely electric return, and it gives the Seattle Seahawks a possible 29-point lead pending the extra point.
Wow, I think we all forgot how fast Percy Harvin can be.
He showed us on that. That's for sure. Hauschka ready to add the extra point. Up and good. 29-0. So how about more of a hole for Peyton Manning to crawl out of?
Yeah, well, they're going to have to come out passing here, obviously, and you may see just a hurry-up offense and try to put some pressure on Seattle and not give them time to create the mismatches they need.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, they've been trying no huddle all day as Peyton, and it hasn't worked. I mean, they had a couple of decent matchups with Demaryius Thomas, been able to get him the ball, but nothing long and down the field, which is what Peyton likes to do. So crazy turn of events, and the momentum that Denver was going to try to steal right out of the gate in the second half does not come to be. So big play there again, Percy Harvin right out of halftime. And it was on a bounced kick too. Kick bounced up to him.
Yeah.
And it's maybe, I don't know, maybe the bounce, it looks like the bounce might have taken all the coverage away from Denver there.
Yeah, I think they saw the bounce and assumed he was just going to run under it, let it go in the end zone, or just let it die. And they gave up on the play.
Yeah, but it looked like the Broncos basically just overran him too. You know, he got the ball, and by the time a second passed, there was already 4 Broncos behind him trying to who had just gotten over their blocks. So
yeah.
Yep. Stephen Hauschka will boot it away and give Peyton the ball with a 29-point hole. Trenton Holiday will take it right out of the end zone, about a yard to the 20 to the 23, and he'll get cut off there. Forward progress will probably put him at the 23-yard line. 29-0 Seattle. And
Aaron Andrews always looks uncomfortable and out of place every time they show her. I had nothing to do with Richard Sherman. I swear.
Richard Sherman didn't help matters though. Yeah, that's crazy. It's absolutely true. But here we go. Peyton Manning already out of the gun on this first play of the second half. Drop it back, 3-step drop, looks to throw right, got a man, incomplete. Looking for Wes Welker there on the outside, about a 2-yard pass that goes out of bounds. So 2nd and 10, looks like Peyton just picking up where he left off, per se. Shotgun set for Manning. Moreno to his left. From their own 24-yard line. Drop it back, 2 steps, throws short, got a man. Looks like Wes Welker. Yes, Wes Welker in the slot there. Grabbed it at the 37-yard line.
And he's looking around for a flag on that one.
Yeah, Richard Sherman on him on the one of the sidelines to see where he was here. He's all by himself. They're looking for a high and low hit there? Is that what he's looking for? Because there was nothing, no pass interference or nothing.
Yeah, I think he just brushed his helmet ever so slightly or something like that at the end of the play.
Yeah. Quick play action from Manning, and it's way overthrown and nearly intercepted by Richard Sherman. Looks like a miscommunication on the routes there for the receivers. See where Julius is headed here. And Julius looks like he had his man beat on the outside of the left. Especially if he throws it on the inside. But here comes Manning. He's in the gun again. Drop it back. Rolls right. Throws on the run, short. Probably could have put a little more zip on that ball. Pass is caught anyway. It's Noshan Moreno who makes the catch. Gain of 6.
Well, Noshan Moreno's got to be feeling that one a little bit. He got
hit
wrapped
pretty
up
good
there.
Well, he got it from both sides there.
He got sandwiched.
As a setup pass is what that was, because the way that ball just fluttered to him. Peyton puts a little zip on that. Noshan might be able to turn around and actually
I think that was him kneeling down on the sidelines that cut too briefly there.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. It looks like a little shaken up. Peyton needs 4. 3-step drop, throws to the right. Got a man there. It's caught by Eric Decker. I believe that's his first catch of the game. And it's a first down for Denver. Back to it here, 1st and 10 after the new set of downs. In the gun at the midfield stripe. Throw a quick little screen pass. This one gets a little bit of positive yardage. Probably 3 or 4 is what they'll call that, as Demarius Thomas makes the catch on the screen. And Seahawk down there. See if I can get you the number on that for just a second. Looks like Sherman actually is going down.
Ooh.
So that could be interesting.
That's a concern and could make this an interesting game.
Yes, absolutely. We'll see if
we'll see how he's doing after the break here.
Yes, absolutely.
Gone to commercial.
Absolutely. Wanted to remind you guys, this is being broadcast live from the In-Between Cafe in Flint, Michigan. It's a nonprofit organization made by college students for college students, helping each other and the community. Head over to facebook.com/InBetweenCafe for more information. Also, check out our regular show, the Free Agent Sports Podcast, on freeagentspodcast.com. It comes out every Wednesdays or Thursdays. Depends on the week. Check out the Facebook page for more updates on that. But in the end all be all of it is we go through each and every possible sport and attach a third perspective to it. A non-corporate pushed, non-ESPN, non-everything else proportion to it. Free Agent Sports, free your sports. Check it out again at freeagentspodcast.com. So Peyton is he's still looking uncomfortable. I don't think that halftime helped very much. What do you think?
Yeah, I don't think they, I'm sure they got a good pep talk, but it looks like the offensive line is beat. Peyton's not confident in them, and he's just, you just seen him just change up and run the ball, and there's just no ability to drive the ball down the field for a sustained drive here.
Right.
They just can't get it done. I don't think they have any fight left in them.
Yeah, we'll see. It'll be, especially if Seattle lost Richard Sherman, though, depending on how long he might be out for the game, if he is, and
that would be that would significantly change the odds of this game at this point.
Yes, absolutely.
But Richard Sherman is not. He may be their best player, but he's not the only guy.
Right.
Right.
And they've been covering, they have a bunch of targets that they've been covering very effectively with some of these other guys.
Yes, absolutely.
And the pressure on Peyton Manning, I just think is so, that's not going to change regardless of Richard Sherman being on the field or not.
Yeah. Defensive line's been able to, at least get to Peyton and move him out of the pocket. That's something that hasn't been talked about a whole bunch, but they've been able to make him roll out a couple of times, and that's made for some very, very uncomfortable throws.
Yeah, he can't throw on the run like that and make effective passes.
Right.
That is just not something Peyton Manning's going to do for you at this point in his career.
Yep.
And so that's definitely caused a big problem for him. So we'll see what happens here on this drive. They're back at
absolutely.
2nd and 6.
Yes, absolutely. Richard Sherman has been replaced by number 20 on the defense. I'll get you a name in just a moment here. But Peyton Manning is in the gun now, again on this 2nd and 6. They're at the 46 of Seattle. There's a throw, quick little throw. Looks like Demarius has it. And he will be tackled right at the, looks like the 43-yard line. And look at that. Sherman's back in. He's walking around under his own power. It looks like he has a helmet on, and he looks like he's coming back in. So that's false alarm for Seattle.
Well, it didn't look super. It looked like it could have been an ankle at worst, something like that, just from how he had gone down. But yep. Some jump on the line there.
Yeah, a little bit. And a little bit of Omaha being thrown in there too.
Yeah.
And it's timeout. Nope. Flag.
Yeah, it's encroachment on defense.
Yep. That's 79 on the defense. Oh, yeah. Yep, that sounds about right. So a 5-yard penalty there will make it a 1st and 10.
Now, if you're Denver, I think you want to try to push. You really want to try to go deep a little bit here and try and challenge them. I know.
Yep.
Richard Sherman seems okay, but
you got to take some shots if you're Peyton Manning. I completely agree. Shotgun for Manning, 2-step drop, throws. He's going to take a shot down the field right side, and it's incomplete. Overthrown, no flag. Richard Sherman was on him. Looks like Demarius went over and tried to grab that.
Yeah, well, Richard Sherman looks okay from that replay. It looks like he's running full speed, no problem.
Yep.
So.
And actually, Richard Sherman looking for an offensive PI call there.
Yeah.
And might have actually legitimately had one. You can see the push.
Yeah, I think they got to swallow whistles as much. I mean, there's been a couple already in this game that, one was a bit questionable, I thought.
Yeah, fair enough.
And one more legitimate, so.
Yep, shotgun for Manning again. Play action. Looks to throw. Throws over the middle. Got him, and it's dropped. Looking, I believe that is Eric. Nope, Wes Welker over there. Couldn't hold on. And a good hit there put on by Chancellor. Yep, big hit just as he touched the ball. Well-timed as well. He read the route and saw Welker coming across the middle, just buried him. Nicely done there by Chancellor, who already has a pick in this game. In the shotgun now, Manning, the 38. And it's a handoff. Interesting play call there. And that'll make for 4th down. Didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll get taken down at the 40. And it could be John Fox can take Manning off the field here.
That's a terrible call.
Yep.
That's an embarrassment. I'm sorry.
You're exactly right. You're exactly right. And looks like Colquitt's going to be out on the punt. I don't know about that. You got to go for it here. I mean, you're down 29 points in the Super Bowl. You got to go for it. I don't agree with this at all.
God, that is almost laughable.
Yeah. You're not wrong.
I'm sorry. Really, I'm about to crack up. I cannot even comprehend.
That's ball is fair caught at the 6-yard line, and that'll be it for this drive. Seattle's getting the ball back. We're going to take a break. You're listening to the Super Bowl 48 coverage on the Free Agent Sports Network. Stay with us. Stay tuned for more NFL action on the Free Agent Sports Network.
Stay tuned for more NFL action on the Free Agent Sports Network. Stay tuned for more NFL action on the Free Agent Sports Network. And we are back, Super Bowl 48 coverage for those of you just joining us on the Free Agent Sports Network. Chris Curtis along with Joe Smargy. And wanted to let you know, just in case you were wondering, this will not be a video feed of any kind if you're just joining us. The NFL restricts that, so we cannot send that to you based on federal laws and regulations. Neither of us really want to rot in a federal prison, so we can't exactly do that. Audio we can do, and that's what we are going to do for the remainder of this game. 29-0. Seattle has the lead over the Denver Broncos after basically everything in this game. You got a pick six, you got a rushing touchdown. The only thing that hasn't happened is a passing touchdown for Russell Wilson. So, and that's he's getting points elsewhere, so nobody's going to complain. But a rushing touchdown, a kickoff return, and a pick six account for the 3 touchdowns on the day for the Seattle Seahawks. Russell Wilson back out on the field in the single back formation. It is bunch right receivers with Lynch in the backfield. And now there's motion coming. Drop it back. Hand off to Lynch. Going to try to get it with some room. He does have some room. Skittles is going to be taken down, though, at the 25. Gets tripped up there as he was one defender away from taking it all the way to the house. Do believe Smargy, if you're not there, if I saw it correctly, you'll be taking a break, and that's completely fine. So he'll be back shortly. No worries there. But Marshawn Lynch with a nice run there to get him out of the danger zone. Started the drive at the 6-yard line. Now they're at the 25. Single back for Wilson. Marshawn's in the backfield. Drop it back. Another handoff to Skittles, and he gets a yard. So it'll be a 2nd and 9. A little chippiness after the play there. Trevathan looked like he had a little exception to what was done there. Wilson is going to be under center here. Marshawn again in the backfield on this 2nd and 9. Drop it back. Play action. Roll right. Stop. Back in the pocket. And he might have to take off and run. He will. Going to try to beat a guy one-on-one. He does. Out to the 35, the 40. Has some more room to run. He'll get out to midfield and step out of bounds. There's a flag on the play. Let's see what it's for. And offensive holding. So Kung gets hit with a major hold, and that will negate that Russell Wilson first down play. And Golden Tate had a lot of room downfield. And Wilson thought about it, but decided to run instead. Can be easily said that if Seattle scores in this drive, it's over. Some would say it's over already, but you never know with Peyton Manning, so we'll see. Shotgun set for Wilson at his own 16-yard line. 2nd and 20 is a handoff to Marshawn, and he will get a few back. Get it back to the 20-yard line. Just a crazy. Nobody saw this coming. The over/under was 47, I believe Joe said, and honestly, Seattle might hit that by themselves, the way they're scoring and the way this game is going. And Last time, I remember there was a few Super Bowls ago, Tampa Bay and Oakland. Oakland had the best offense in the NFL, Tampa Bay with the best defense, and Tampa Bay ended up walking away with a Super Bowl victory. And the defense has their way with the offense if it goes 1v1 of the top two. So it's usually how it goes. Percy Harvin back in the game, bunch right for Wilson. Shotgun. Drop it back. Quick little screen pass, it looks like. Spins out of a tackle, gets hit right where he stands at the 20-yard line. Golden Tate was the receiver on that screen. So, screen pass is not working really for either side as Golden Tate gets hit there, and it's like 52 was the one on the stop. And Trenton Holiday is going, or actually, no, I'm sorry. Yeah, Trenton Holiday, as John Ryan comes in and punts it, will be back to receive the kick. And kick is on the way. Get it to about the 36-yard line. Grabbed there. It evades 2 tackles, can't evade 6 as he's taken down at the 45-yard line. And that's where Denver will take over. So change of possession. Seattle gives up the ball on a punt. And Peyton Manning coming back out on the field. You're listening to the Super Bowl on the Free Agent Sports Network. Stay with us. Stay tuned for more NFL action on the Free Agent Sports Network. Stay tuned for more NFL action on the Free Agent Sports Network. Stay tuned for more NFL action on the Free Agent Sports Network. Seahawks defense is back to work now as we stand here with a 29-0 deficit in front of Peyton and the Denver Broncos. Peyton back in the gun. Drop it back. Hand off to Moreno. And he will get hit at the 45 right where the line of scrimmage is at and go nowhere. So more interesting play calling by the Broncos offense. And the last sequence of plays was actually really interesting too. They decided to punt it instead of go for it in the third quarter down 29. And that's not the right call in my opinion. And Joe agreed with me there. Drop it back, 2-step drop, throw short, got a man. That looks like Thomas. And he will get the first down. That was Demaryius Thomas on that catch. He has a whole bunch of catches in this game. Manning takes a snap. Three-step drop, throws over the middle. Got a man. It's Demarius Thomas at the 22-yard line, and he dropped the ball. Picked up by Seattle. Another turnover forced by Seattle. It's Matt Smith again. There is a flag down. We'll see what the laundry's all about. But Thomas knows that he made a crucial mistake there in their comeback attempt. It'll be an unnecessary roughness call on Denver. And it's a timeout on the field. Seattle forces another turnover, their third of the day. They're fourth of the day. Seattle leads at 29-0. We'll be back right after this on the Free Agent Sports Network. Stay tuned for more NFL action on the Free Agent Sports Network.
I missed that commercial.
Stay tuned for more NFL action on the Free Agent Sports Network. Stay tuned for more NFL action on the Free Agent Sports Network. Back to it after another turnover forced by the Seattle defense. Their fourth of the game as Smith picks up another fumble, this one by Demarius Thomas on a decent pass downfield. Russell Wilson back to work and Joe Smargy returning.
I do not think there's anything Denver can do at this point.
No, you're not wrong. And everything they're doing is turning to crap. They can't get anything going. And Seattle will hand off on the first play onto Marshawn Lynch. They'll go a couple yards up. Looks like they'll try to eat some clock up here. Probably the right play.
This is like how the Super Bowl used to be, where every year Joe Montana and the Niners or the Cowboys would go out and just decimate whatever AFC team happened to make it to the Super Bowl that year. Like year in and year out. This is just
it's sheer
incredible.
dominance.
Like, it's shocking. It's truly shocking.
Help me out. This is Russell Wilson's second year, correct?
Yeah, I think so.
I believe so, because he had the rookie year that he lost to the Redskins, I believe, right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, that's for a second-year guy to be able to do what he's doing. He doesn't even have a passing touchdown, but nice drop there.
Yeah,
it's got to be one you catch.
Yeah, you should catch that ball.
Wilson, the backup tight end. There's a reason you're a backup, dude. And yeah,
it's 21 hours.
Like I said, it doesn't seem, he doesn't seem like a second-year guy the way he's going about his business. I mean, he's still efficiently moving the ball. A lot of it has to do with run game, and I agree with that. But he doesn't have a passing touchdown. I agree with that. But you got to have somebody who's, back there. He's still making the throws he needs to make. He
hasn't been running the ball very much, which is, a light that he's always been casting as a running quarterback, etc.
Yep. Takes a shotgun snap here at the 44, and that's a throw to the outside. That's 82. He actually got a catch there. Luke Wilson did. So makes up for that drop on the previous play at the first down. And yeah, he's showing poise. He's a little bit beyond his years here as Wilson. But
yeah, I've been saying that all year, that he is dialed in and he has the mental attitude and ability to win despite some of his athletic or size, like his somewhat smaller size.
And everyone was talking about them at the end of last year to watch out for them this year, and this is why. A very aggressive but smart defense and an offense that can certainly get the job done as that handoff goes to Lynch from the 43-yard line, and he will get taken down at the line of scrimmage. But yeah, you're not wrong, and you haven't been wrong. He's that nobody expected. I don't think anybody really expected a 1 seed out of the NFC. What do you think?
No, that was a tough one to call, and but I was pretty strong on them going into this year.
Yeah. Yep, you and a lot of other people too. So. Yep, and it's hard to argue with evidence. 29-0 is a pretty good piece of evidence. And here they come now on a 2nd and 9. Play action. Looks to throw over the middle. Got a man. Great catch there. That is 83. I don't even have him on my sheet.
No, they picked him up off the corner this morning, I think.
Okay. Off the corner, yeah.
Lockett? It looks like I just saw his name like streaking off the Lockett.
Yep. That sounds right. Yeah, Lockett. Okay. So Lockett with the catch there. I had, for those that are wondering, I have the sheet with some names and some numbers on them so I can memorize them, but that one I didn't even have. So that worked. So Wilson's in the gun now. They're threatening again. Drop it back, 2-step drop, throw over the middle. And it's a nice spin move. Another nice one. Look at this play. Jermaine Kearse. Touchdown, Seattle.
That's it.
And if that doesn't put it away, I don't know what does.
It's over. Put the taxi squad out there. Send them home.
What a catch and run by Jermaine Kearse.
Wow.
2 separate spin moves.
Just a little in route, and he just shakes everybody.
Yes, absolutely. Look at this. There's one spin move there. What a move. And another one. Okay. And if that doesn't tell you who's going to win this game, I don't know what does. Jermaine Kearse with an absolutely ridiculous play.
Well, and like you said, Chris, Russell Wilson can throw the ball. He can distribute the ball if they're open targets. Regardless of what their name may be, he can get the ball into people's hands.
And just to give you guys, kind of a perspective here, the Seattle Seahawks have scored 5 different ways tonight. They had a field goal, a safety, a rushing touchdown, a passing touchdown, and 6 ways. A pick 6, and then a kickoff return for a touchdown. And that's scoring diversity right there, and it turns into a 36-0 lead in the third quarter. That's insane. So they're going to step aside for a break. We are to catch us after the break on the Free Agent Sports Network. Stay tuned for more NFL action on the Free Agent Sports Network. Stay tuned for more NFL action on the Free Agent Sports Network. Stay tuned for more NFL action on the Free Agent Sports Network. back to it now as Jermaine Kearse caps off that scoring drive with a beautiful catch and run. 6 plays, 56 yards for the Seattle Seahawks on that scoring drive. 36 to zip. Seattle has the lead. Kickoff from Hauschka is on the way. It goes 10 yards. Oh, actually goes a little farther than that. It'll bounce out of the end zone for a touchback. Peyton Manning back out on the field in a futile effort. 36-0. Seattle has the lead, and just taking a look at his day, it all started, you kind of could tell what day this was going to be for Peyton off the first snap of the game. That errant snap that goes into the end zone turns into a safety, and it all went downhill from there for him.
Yeah, this is kind of sad, actually, because in reality, they really should just pull Peyton off the field. But they can't. It's the Super Bowl, and despite the fact that they're in such a bad spot, they have to have him out there, even if he's playing horribly.
Oh, yeah, he's Peyton Manning. I mean, you can't pull him off the field.
Yeah.
That's exactly right.
But, I mean, in reality, anyone watching this game would say, well, he's probably done.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you kind of just take your lick and go home. I mean, it's a flag coming here. Looks like to 29 on the defense. Yep. Crazy. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, it's terrible field position. Oh,
yeah.
Man.
It's laughable now. It really is. It's a laugher. Super Bowl 48 will go down in the books as a laugher that nobody expected. Peyton's going to throw short here, get it to the 11-yard line. And the 1st and 20 turns into a 2nd and 19. Yeah, it's been lopsided from the opening kick. It really has, and it's been nobody saw it coming. This is the perfect storm for Seattle. So, taking a look, and we mentioned before the game, Joe, the legacy of Peyton Manning and what a loss would and what a win would do for him. What do you think now this lopsided loss, will do for him if everything stays as it looks it's going to?
Well, it's pretty bad for him. This is not something I had kind of anticipated when we were talking about this at the beginning of the game.
You and I both.
I figured if he loses, by a touchdown, at the end of the game or something, or a field goal or whatever.
Yeah.
That's not really on him, and they can say, well, his legacy's pretty much intact as it is today.
Right.
This doesn't undo all of his history of play, certainly, but it's not good for him.
No, not at all.
And this will allow people on the side of, say, Tom Brady in that argument to have that slight edge, I think, when they're screaming and yelling at each other on the sports talk radio.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a throw to Thomas on the outside that's going to turn into a DPI.
Another flag.
Yep. Yeah, it's a defensive pass interference. So.
Now, here's a trend in Seattle I talked about earlier, wherein they have allowed teams to slip back into games, and I know it's a 36-point lead, but you can't go and keep getting penalties here and allow them to move down the field when they should be punting.
Right. Yep. That's a good point. It's a very good point. I don't think Denver, even if they do make a stink in the fourth quarter, are going to come back and win.
No, I don't think they have enough in them to do that. But I just.
Yep. There's a throw from Peyton to looks like Wes Welker, and that's a first down.
Yeah, well, Seattle's going to play somewhat more conservative coverage now. They're going to allow them the softer underneath stuff.
Absolutely. Don't give them anything big. It'll be basically a rolling prevent defense, essentially. Yep. Absolutely. And Manning's going to be in the gun again at the Seattle 47. Quick throw right out of his hands, again to Welker, and another first down. This one at the 37. Or actually, that was not Wes Welker there. That was the backup tight end. Looks like first catch for Jacob Tamme. Jacob Tamme sighting.
Oh, Jacob Tamme. Forgot all about him.
Yeah. I've seen him at all. So, yep. Here comes Peyton again. Let's see if Seattle can actually stop him putting points on the board. Period. That's the only real question in this game. Drop it back. Play action. Throws over the middle. Got a man. It is Welker again. And that is at the 12-yard line. He will get forced out of bounds there, and it'll be 1st and 10 at the 12.
Yeah, Denver's going to at least try to make a show of it here. They're not, clearly they're not just going to pack it in.
Right.
and I can't see them really getting out of this game with no points on the board whatsoever.
Yeah.
But
You're exactly right.
that's far from a comeback.
Yep. Here comes Manning now. Few seconds left here in this third quarter. Going to try to get points on the board from the 12. Throws, end zone.
And there
he's
it
got
is.
it. Touchdown.
And there it
Demarius
is. There's
Thomas.
their points.
Yep. First points of the game for Denver. And the comeback is on. Ha!
That was a nice catch. Yeah, that was a nice catch.
Yes, it was. The only receiver other than maybe Welker who's actually done anything in this game, Demarius Thomas, has a handful of catches, including that nice one there in the middle of the end zone for that. So now at least it looked a little respectable, but still not banking on him to do much. Conservative defense comes back to haunt the Seahawks there, though. And 2-point conversion try here for Peyton.
Chris, I think people are getting fired in Denver.
Yeah. I don't see that happening, but there's definitely going to be some questions after this game. There's no doubt about that.
Woody Page is going to have a field day in the paper out there in Denver.
There you go. There you go. Here's Peyton under center. 2-point conversion try.
Oh, nice. Nice play.
Drop it back. Oh, that is a nice play. Look, he can run and throw.
Little bit.
A little bit. Welker with the 2-point conversion is successful, and it is 36-8. Don't write the columns yet. We'll be back right after this.
Stay tuned for more NFL action on the Free Agent Sports Network. Stay tuned for more NFL action on the Free Agent Sports Network. Stay tuned for more NFL action on the Free Agent Sports Network.
Back to it here, MetLife Stadium, Super Bowl 48 in what has turned into somewhat of a laugher. 36-8 after Denver scores their first points of the game, just inside the fourth quarter. And Matt Prater getting ready to kick it off. Percy Harvin back deep. Or actually, no, it's going to be an inside kick here. That would make sense. Hands team out here for Seattle. The line the ball needs to get to is at the 45. The ball will get there, and Seattle will get it. So got to go for the onside kick there, and Seattle will get it just after midfield. And just a reminder, we will be recapping this game and basically your whole NFL season very soon here on the Free Agent Sports Podcast, as we'll go through our surprises, our disappointments, everything you could possibly want. Check it out Wednesday or Thursday. And for more information on timing, go to facebook.com/Free Agents Podcast. So either way, yeah, it's there's definitely going to be some things to talk about, Joe.
Oh, we will have a jam-packed show this week with all the big game reaction here, no doubt.
Yep, absolutely. Absolutely. Maybe we'll finally get a final number on that Omaha account, by the way.
Yeah, we'll look that one up.
We'll find it. There's Marshawn Lynch, and actually he could go. Nope, not quite. And actually, that's not even Marshawn. That's 22. If I can get the number on that. Robert Turbin, the backup running back, gets a nice gainer to the outside, sealing the edge, and an offensive holding penalty is going to bring it all back.
It's coming back. Oh, boy.
Yep. Well, nice little speed show from the running back.
Yeah, I have no clue. I could not even see his name in the replay.
Yep. Yeah, I got his number, so. Yep. Robert Turbin. He's been the backup for Marshawn most of the year. He just hasn't we haven't seen a lot of him.
Yeah.
So, just because Marshawn usually has been very durable this year. So.
Yeah, I've been impressed with his ability to stay on the field this year.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. It's what they needed.
I did not anticipate that.
It's what they needed. So for the most part, and bear with me here, for the most part, Denver's defense, other than the first couple of throwing plays where like Champ Bailey got beat, they haven't played horrible in the pass defense. They really haven't. To score 6 different ways in the Super Bowl, you're almost guaranteed to win as long as your defense has an average performance. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I mean Denver's defense isn't the only one. There's the only people at fault in this game.
Oh no, and I'm sure most of the media will put most of this blame on Peyton Manning and John Fox.
Right.
As and they deserve a good heaping of the blame, no doubt. But
right.
The defense, you would expect that they would need to put up a decent average performance to be able to win this game.
And
if their offense was playing with any ability.
Yep, Wilson on the rollout throws over the middle. That's a weird throw, but it worked very well. There was Wilson had to contort his body to be able to throw a seed over the middle. He got his man. That was 81 Golden Tate, and now there's a Bronco down on the field after the play. It's a first down for Seattle. Right after the first down marker, and looks like we have an.
Oh, we got blasted by his own guy. Just came in on him and hit him in the helmet.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Helmet, yeah, they can't penalize
obviously that. On his own teammate.
Yeah, that hurts. That hurts. We were having this discussion on the last show about the how hard the helmets are and how they can be used as a weapon. So it's
and the size of the players too. That's a big part of it as well.
Absolutely. Makes for a hard hit, that's for sure. Yep. So, looks like they're on break. We're going to take a break, too. Stay with us the rest of the Super Bowl on Free Agent Sports Network.
Stay tuned for more NFL action on the Free Agent Sports Network. Stay tuned for more NFL action on the Free Agent Sports Network. Stay tuned for more NFL action on the Free Agent Sports Network.
$13:35 left here in the fourth quarter of what's turned into a bit of a laugher. 36-8 is what this has turned into. There was an injured Bronco on the field. Looks like he was taken off. I didn't see exactly the number or name on that player that was hit, but we'll see. Now that Seattle's out of that, let's see what happens here. 3rd and 2 at the Broncos 40. Snap taking a bit, finally takes it. 3-step drop. Going to try to find some room to run out of the pocket. Throws a seed to the 35-yard line. It's caught by Doug Baldwin, who's quietly had a fairly good game.
Yeah, Russell Wilson can throw on the run, no doubt.
Yep.
He just fired it in there. That was a beautiful pass.
It was. And that's something against San Francisco you would have actually probably seen him try to throw away and possibly get an intentional grounding call. He had 3 different, like I said earlier, intentional grounding calls.
I wanted to see more of that from him in that game. That was what I was looking for there.
Yep, absolutely. 178 yards, 1 touchdown for Wilson, but that's all he's needed. Bunch right receivers for Seattle. Drop it back. 2-step drop, throws over the middle. Got a man at the 10-yard line. It is Dougie Ball. No, that is Jermaine Kearse, who had a fantastic catch and run earlier with 2 spin moves that got him into the end zone. And Jermaine Kearse has quietly also had a really good day, aside from the touchdown. So it's just a seed over the middle.
Peyton Manning's ready to go home, dude. He's ready to just hit the showers.
Yep, he's done. And you can see him. He's very disappointed looking, that's for sure. And here comes Seattle here at the Denver 10-yard line. 1st and goal. He's in the gun. Wilson is. Drop it back. Throws. Caught. And into the end zone. It's another touchdown for Seattle. It is Doug Baldwin. His first touchdown catch of the day, and it makes it a little more one-sided. And for those of you in Vegas, that'll put it over the 47.
Yeah, your over's definitely good there at the window.
Yes, absolutely.
And Doug Baldwin, you just moved up in the fantasy draft this year. Next year, no doubt.
Yeah, no doubt about that.
Jump all over to Dougie Baldwin now.
Yeah, jump on the Doug Baldwin bandwagon while you still can. And we'll have that on the show closer to probably August as far as Final Fantasy, or of course.
We'll have
football,
all that.
So. Yep.
Next season. So.
Yep. So, Hausch gone for yet another extra point. It's up and it is through. So Wilson has his second touchdown pass of the day. 1 to Jermaine Kearse, the other to Dougie Baldwin. And again, Seattle scored 6 different ways in a rout of Denver. We'll be back right after this.
Stay tuned for more NFL action on the Free Agent Sports Network. Stay tuned for more NFL action on the Free Agent Sports Network. Stay tuned for more NFL action on the Free Agent Sports Network.
we're back to it, MetLife Stadium in New Jersey. And it's been a rout, that's for sure. Won't be long now for Pete Carroll, Russell Wilson and company holding the Lombardi Trophy. Hauschka will kick it off, and does. Trenton Holiday back there. Receives it just outside the end zone. Going to grab it at from there, take it to the 10. Gets taken down at the 12-yard line after a massive hit. And the coverage is good again from the Seattle special teams. And, yep.
Yeah, there you go. That's exactly what I was talking about. You got Joe Montana just crushing everybody.
And they're taking a look at a flashback on Fox.
55 to 10. Yeah, it's exactly. It was like that every year.
Yep, absolutely.
It was so boring.
And tell you what, if Seattle plays like this in the future, they could be looking
and it's been a lot better. But this Super Bowl, we have a blowout going on.
Yeah, we haven't had a blowout like this in quite a few years, actually. So I think every game.
The wheels have just come off in Denver.
Oh, absolutely. And every game, it seems, except for this one, has been fairly close, if not a nail biter down to the end. Yeah, last year
they've battled back into it, but we'll go back on the show. We'll go through the strength of schedule and all that, really break it down and see what happened.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think maybe there are parts of that schedule where they crushed teams that might have been overrated at the time.
Yeah, you're not wrong. It's very possible. And Cliff Averill with a nice defensive line deflection there. And Peyton is in the gun by himself on the second play of the drive. Throw is...
Oh.
Is this intercepted? Looks like it. And Sherman, he looks like he has the ball underneath him, but he's hurting. He's hurting bad.
He's down. He's
in some serious pain, slapping the grass, and we'll see exactly what happened here. Oh, it was an incomplete pass. It was a nice play there. It looks like maybe, I don't know, a leg, possibly?
Yeah, it's hard to tell. He was rolling around a bit there. I don't know if he got the wind. I don't think he got the wind knocked out of it.
No, it's something else. No,
the guy went down, might have gone down on his arm, hand, knee.
Yeah.
And it just went the wrong way.
Yeah. Yeah, some obvious discomfort there for him, and that'll get all. They're going to look at that. They're going to look at him, real quick, because we try to wind things down. We're going to try to stay with you through this commercial break, and and now I guess the question is Peyton Manning going to have this burning question on him, that kind of makes him come back? There was talk this, basically, is this going to be his year if he wins, and then he just rides off into the sunset? But you think now he has to come back?
Well, I think he's been very smart in how he's handled it. He's left the door open by saying to everybody, I got to get checked out by doctors.
Yeah.
He might tell me if I keep playing, I'll be paralyzed or something. Who knows?
Yeah.
Right. So, he has an out there, and I'm sure he wants to probably come back and play again. But if the doctors give him that excuse, he might just decide to pack it in. I don't know.
But I guess my question is do you think the competitiveness in them will get the better of him and he'll come back?
Yeah, most likely. I mean, I think he'll want to take another shot.
Yeah.
And they'll be ready to go, and they should be able to, they have a good team there. Denver's not played up to what they are. So they can bring most of those guys back, and they can shore up the defense and make some fixes and take another run at it.
Yeah. Yep.
If he's good. But if he's going to be banged up and injured and he can't play his best, I think he's smart enough to know that he's just going to go out there and noodle the ball everywhere.
Right.
Kind of like he's done in this game.
Yeah.
He might just decide to pack it in.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't want to make it, he doesn't want a repeat of this year to happen.
Yeah.
And just further tarnish his legacy that's pretty good. And he can just say, oh, well, he was injured. If they diagnose him and they say, oh, yeah, your neck's all messed up, they'll be like, oh, he's playing injured. That's why it was so bad. That neck was killing him.
Yeah, that's
and so we can't count that against him when we talk about the legacy and all that.
Yeah, so we'll see. I mean, either way, looking at the yardage, looking at what he's been able to accomplish, he's an MVP. He's a Hall of Famer. There's no doubt about that. Win, lose.
Oh, yeah. You can't. This doesn't take away any of his past victory, no doubt.
Right. There's a pass over to Demaryius Thomas. It was overthrown, but there's a flag down. Let's see what this is. It was on the coverage, apparently.
5-yard interference, maybe.
Yep. Looks like it. Yep. So it's a defensive PI call, and that's a 5-yard. That'll be basically a 5-yard gain, essentially.
Yeah.
So, and Richard Sherman, he was more than likely done for this game, but he looked in obvious pain. We'll try to get you an update as soon as we have it here. But yeah.
Well, he had an excellent game. I mean, up until getting
absolutely.
banged around on those 2 plays.
Absolutely. Yep. And
now I think Sean Moreno. They said earlier that he was. I think they got him back in the game, but
yeah, you're probably
he
right.
was banged up for a bit there too, so he missed some plays.
So there's a pass to Demarius Thomas over the middle, a little couple of yards after the catch, and now we have another injured Seattle Seahawks. It's Walter Thurman, the replacement for Richard Sherman. So
wow, what is going on out there?
Yeah, I don't know. It's a bit of bad luck. And Sherman, you can see him on the sideline. He's actually walking under his own, with a little bit of help, but mostly under his own power.
Yeah.
So he's going to get
he's
on the cart.
hurting though. He's hurting.
Yep, and it's something in the legs, it looks like. And if that's an ACL or something like that, that could be huge problems for them next year in the secondary, depending on if they're going to have some people step up. That's for sure.
Yeah, we'll have to see what happens with that. It might just be some kind of sprain.
Yep.
It looked like he might have sprained it on that play that they took him out to the sidelines earlier for. So
yeah, we'll see.
Maybe he just aggravated it when he landed last time.
Yeah, he looked in some obvious discomfort, but he's on the cart now, and cart 141 is about to leave MetLife Stadium. So
I want that job. I want to drive the cart.
There you go. And Thurman now is actually walking under his own power towards the sideline, so he looks to be okay. As they go back to a cut of Joe Buck and Troy Aikman, who we don't really want to see, but that's fine. So yeah, tell you what, it's been an entertaining game, even though it's been a bit of a laugher. You know, it's been a very diverse attack by this Seattle Seahawks team. And Peyton,
well, special teams especially. I mean, that's a lot of that's coaching.
Yeah, it's a good point. It's a good point.
And I think we saw, no one could really expect that Percy Harvin was going to make some of the great plays that he did. I think we expected him to contribute some.
Yep.
But we forgot that he can be fast and elusive. They ran that little screen play where they swung out and had him just like reverse the ball.
Yeah, they would call it.
He's an excellent return man, as we saw. He ran that one back too.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, and he was very close to making it a 9-0 lead to start with for the Seahawks, as he took an end around that ended up stepping out of bounds, they called it, on the second play of the game from scrimmage. So it's been a bit of a laugher from the start, essentially. That errant snap that we talked about a couple of times, and then the play by Harvin just kind of set up things for the Seattle Seahawks, and they've ran with it from there. And I would take a look at a 3rd and 2 from Peyton. Quick pistol formation, looks at a screen, and it is dropped. And if that doesn't spell the summary of this game for the Broncos, I don't know what does, as Decker drops another one. So obviously.
Yeah, that's staggering. I mean, they might just pull Peyton. They might have to just take Peyton Manning out after this series.
It'd be something.
Because, especially if Seattle scores again, like another touchdown, why would you even risk injuring him at this point?
That'd be an interesting stat to look up. The last time a Super Bowl QB was actually pulled for non-injury reasons. So, but yeah, 43-0, and that is not a catch. They'll call that. So Seattle.
I would wager money it was Tony Romo. Whenever it happened last, it was probably Tony Romo.
Well, it'd be funny if he actually made the Super Bowl.
No, that's true. It couldn't be Tony Romo, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, Seattle's going to get the ball back on a turnover on downs. We're going to take a break here. You're listening to the Super Bowl 48 coverage on the Free Agent Sports Network. Stay with us.
Stay tuned for more NFL action on the Free Agent Sports Network. Stay tuned for more NFL action on the Free Agent Sports Network. Stay tuned for more NFL action on the Free Agent Sports Network.
And welcome back in, everybody. Free Agent Sports Network's coverage of Super Bowl 48 continues in a rout. Seattle up huge over the Denver Broncos in a solution we never saw coming to this game, that's for sure.
So I guess they're going to – Jack Bauer's coming out of retirement. He's going to save the Denver Broncos organization next season. That's the plan. They've already figured it out.
Right. They'll do it in a segment of 24 episodes.
Yeah. One drive at a time.
Absolutely. Marshawn Lynch, or I'm sorry, that Marshawn Lynch? I think it's Marshawn. Yeah, Marshawn's in the backfield for Russell here. Single back. Some real estate to run through there. Gets to the 47 of Denver, and he will be taken down. So, actually, no, it was Robert Turbin again. There's Turbin.
Yeah, I thought it was. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yep. Yeah, Robert Turbin. Looks like Marshawn's probably going to be done as, probably.
Yeah, there's no need to risk.
No need to risk injury, yeah.
Risk his injury there.
Yep. Especially after the two defensive players, both Sherman and Thurman went down on that last series defensively for Seattle. So definitely rather play it cautious. Shotgun play for Wilson. I'd wager to see if this is a draw, probably. Snap taken, and yes, it is. Up the middle goes Turbin.
Good
and
call.
Might have a first down.
Good call, Chris Curtis.
Yeah, it makes sense. And they are seeing, they're giving Sherman a doubtful on his return.
Yeah,
but
they're saying it's his ankle. I suspect he's got like high sprain kind of.
Yeah, it might very well be, but yeah, he's done. There's no reason to put him back in.
But that's okay. They can survive that at this point.
He can limp out and hold the Lombardi Trophy. I think if anyone's earned that over this postseason, it's definitely him. So, and here come the Seahawks here. Probably another run on the 3rd and 1. Let's see. Turbin's back there. And and he'll have some real estate to run through.
Yeah, I'm leaning towards Richard Sherman and Russell Wilson as co-MVPs of this thing.
Yeah, I'm actually
Russell Wilson turned in a
thinking,
very good performance. I think that's going to be overlooked.
Yeah,
quite a bit in this game in the analysis of all this.
Yeah, looking at it, I'm actually thinking it might go to one of the receivers, either Dougie Baldwin, Jermaine Kearse.
Yeah, those guys certainly throw their name in the hat as well.
Yeah, possibly even a Percy Harvin who had the kickoff return and then the end around. We'll see. There's so many.
Really, there's a bunch of guys you could vote for.
Yeah.
The whole team played so well tonight.
Yep. Yeah. They should just give it to Sherman. He kind of just lit a fire underneath the Seahawks just coming into this game, and it was very interesting to watch the media coverage coming up to this game just based on the Richard Sherman. You saw the photo that LJ put up on the.
Oh yeah, well I think he was a very smart man, and I think a lot. He played the media, and a lot more than people in the media want to think he got played or was shot down by certain people out there. And I think the reality of it is he sold more jerseys than he was ever going to sell because of that interview at the end of that game.
Yeah,
who's winning?
Yeah, exactly. The graphic right there
just
showed.
Paid, that's all there is to it.
There's no doubt about that. The graphic there that Fox just showed is actually really staggering. The Seahawks will be, barring an absolute catastrophe, the 4th youngest team as Wilson takes off, gets a good chunk of yards, and out of bounds at the 33-yard line. These Seahawks are the 4th youngest team in NFL history to come in and win a Super Bowl at an average age of 26.6 years. So that's
they have an incredible amount of young talent and people that some players that a lot of the rest of the league have given up on.
Yeah.
And Pete Carroll just knows how to coach these guys up. and they love playing for him. He won the players' popularity poll there amongst players. So
And hats off to Pete Carroll because and he's done a hell of a job with the Seattle roster. I mean, he did a hell of a job with USC, although some legitimacy issues because of the USC, the NCAA violations. But who hasn't been hit with NCAA violations in the last 10 years? So there's that. And then for him to just walk into the NFL in his his third season?
yes,
Second or third season, and to be able to do with the Seattle Seahawks roster what he's been able to do, that's absolutely fantastic if you're Pete Carroll and if you're a Seattle Seahawks fan. And that's going to be the way we're looking at it right now is, I mean, if they continue to play like they have, as we look at a Seahawk who's down, looks like an offensive lineman. The way you got to look at it is, I mean, how many years can they keep this up? Because we could, with as young as they are and as talented as they are, we could be looking at one of the next dynasties.
Yeah, well, it'll come down to management, and as these guys become eligible for bigger contracts, will they want to pay them and stuff, and how that gets dealt with as they age.
Yep.
But for now, they can certainly keep this unit together, and they can keep going, and they're only going to get better.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they play with the salary cap. I mean, Sherman, whenever he's ready for a free agent's contract, is going to be big money.
Oh, he's going to get premium dollars.
And now that Wilson, when Wilson goes post CBA rookie contract, he's going to get big money too. Marshawn Lynch, who's getting, I'm not saying he's getting pennies on the dollar. He came over here for a decent sum, but chances are if he continues to play the way he is, he's going to get a raise too.
Yeah, well, how old is Marshawn Lynch at this point? Because he's not as young as the average age of that team.
Right, I completely agree. I'll check that out here.
So he's a little bit older, and so age will give them a little bit of leverage in that.
Right.
And also just the demand for running backs. I mean, everyone needs a running back, but how many people are going to go out on a limb? Oh, we got to get Marshawn Lynch for premium dollar. Or for premium trade.
86 was when he was born, so go ahead and do the math. He's what, 34?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
for a running back, that's he's starting to get to
wrong.
the
30. He's not 38. There's no way.
No, he can't be 38.
86.
No, he's 5 years younger than I am, so he's like 20.
Okay. No, I did the math wrong
26.
there, yeah.
He's 26.
That
sorry.
sounds about right. And
yeah,
that's the
so
case.
he's not. So he's age-wise, he's not really there yet. But
yeah.
How much demand is there for running back out there?
Well, it depends on where you look. I mean, because there's a lot of startup teams there right now that are just now getting new quarterbacks. By the time Marshawn's up for a raise or for a new contract, he signed that contract in 2012, so last year. And I think they probably signed him to a 3-year deal is my guess.
Yeah.
And so he'll be eligible for free agency after next year. So could be interesting. He's making $4 million
interesting
right now.
to see. Yeah.
Yep. So 43-8 is what we're looking at right now. Is Peyton back on the field, moving the ball a little bit, trying to at least.
Yeah, they're packing it.
They're just running the ball right now. Yeah. Monte Ball with another run and gets 3 yards. So. Yep. And as we mentioned earlier, Peyton Manning should be interesting to see what he does in this offseason. Decision time for him is coming. A little over 4 minutes here left in the fourth quarter. Seattle's going to walk away with a Super Bowl victory. A little bit of Omaha here from Peyton. Hand off to Monte Ball again, and he will move backwards. Imagine that. Make it third down. Yep, the questions will definitely be there, and we're going to discuss a lot of those this week on the Free Agent Sports Podcast. So check it out Wednesdays or Thursdays, depending on when it actually gets out.
Yeah, it'll probably go up Thursday this week.
Yeah.
But you can just check out our website, freeagentspodcast.com, and you can get to our Twitter. You can subscribe on iTunes, YouTube, Facebook, all the places that
and if you have a stray
everybody
thought,
uses. So
if you have a stray thought, throw it at our Facebook page. We're monitoring that constantly. We'll be able to get back to you and answer that for you without even putting a show together for it. So.
Oh, a deep pass from Peyton Manning there.
Yeah, just lobbing it.
Did not get there. Yeah.
Yep. Trying to make it a little more respectable. 43-14 or 15 is going to look a lot better than 43-8. But at this point, it makes no difference either way.
Yeah. Well, Chris, I think I'm gonna leave you to it. I'm gonna pack it in here.
Okay.
It's pretty much the end of this game. So.
Absolutely.
But it's
All
been
right.
awesome, and
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you,
great
Joe.
doing this, so.
And
want-
good game. And I'll see you
Yeah,
on
thank
Wednesday.
everybody for listening, and we'll listen to the show during the week, and we'll have all the reaction.
Yeah, absolutely. Have a
Peace.
good one, Joe. Finishing up this game. A little over 4 minutes left, and that's tipped at the line. They may call this a fumble. Not that it really matters either way, but I believe this is probably going to be Seattle football. Yep. And another turnover, their 5th one of the game for the Seahawks. Could the Seahawks hit 50 before this game is over? We'll find out after this. You're listening to Super Bowl 48 coverage on the Free Agent Sports Network. Stay with us. Back to it here. Thought they were going to commercial. Apparently not. So the turnover is indeed confirmed. It's at the 29 of Denver. Drop it back. Hand it off. And it looks like Robert Turbin with another run to the 27-yard line. Not going to stick with you guys through the Lombardi Trophy presentation. Going to end it shortly after the end of this game, but Seattle Seahawks just a couple minutes away from hoisting the Lombardi Trophy, 43-8. I think you can officially say that the Seahawks shocked everybody and took the game to Peyton Manning and the Broncos. That's for sure. Turbin again in the backfield, the 20 from the 26. Get another run and get nowhere, sir. Get hit at the line of scrimmage. And Richard Sherman back on the sideline. That's good news. As Russell Wilson, 18 for 25, 206 yards, 2 touchdowns. He also had 3 rushers for 26 yards. And it'll be interesting to see, again, as Joe mentioned earlier, who the MVP of this game is going to be. There's a lot of different options that the media can go. And just running the clock out at this point. A lot of congratulations going on the sidelines. It's actually a backup quarterback is in. Richard Sherman is on crutches, and that's not good news. We'll see exactly what's going on there. 4th and 7, Seattle will go ahead and punt it away. 3 tackles. He had 1 pass defense in this game as well. Well, Russell Wilson standing on the sideline. No need to put him back in. And Russ Welker went to Denver to possibly win a Super Bowl title, and he's going to come up a game short, just like he did the last trip with the New England Patriots when they lost to the Giants. And there's a run for Turbin again, and he will get to about the 25-yard line. Two-minute warning at MetLife Stadium, 43-8 Seattle. We'll have the rest of the game following this break on the Free Agent Sports Network. Want to remind you for the last time, this broadcast has been made from the In-Between Cafe in Flint, Michigan live. It's a nonprofit organization made by college students for college students, helping each other and the community. Head over to facebook.com/InBetweenCafe for more information. Closing things down here at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey. Super Bowl 48 just about officially in the bag as we're just inside the 2-minute warning. And just for kicks, Peyton Manning is going to throw, and he'll get it to the 38-yard line. Clock continues to run. And whoa! A little bit of chippiness after the play there. It is a first down, and look at that. Pete Carroll gets hit with the Gatorade shower. It's an orange one. Orange Gatorade. So for those of you betting on that, a little bit drenched he is now. That's for sure. Got him pretty good. I don't know if he made an effort to run away from that or not, though. Manning's going to take the ball, and it's a handoff to Monte Ball. And 1st and 10 turned into 2nd and 8. A well-deserved Super Bowl victory for Pete Carroll and the Seattle Seahawks. "55 seconds left. I think we got one more play in us before we actually call it good. Certainly looks like that. Looks like Peyton may take a shot here. Play act. Nope, it is a run with Monte Ball, and that is going to be the last play of Super Bowl 48. The Seattle Seahawks are your 2013-2014 Super Bowl champions. Lombardi Trophy belongs in the Pacific Northwest as Richard Sherman, Russell Wilson, Marshawn Lynch, and the Seattle Seahawks walk away with a very convincing 43-8 victory over the Peyton Manning and the Denver Broncos. That's going to do it for this broadcast of Super Bowl 48 on the Free Agent Sports Network. Want to remind you to go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe to the Free Agents page, as well as head over to the Facebook page, Twitter, Google+, every social platform you can possibly think of. Also head over to freeagentspodcast.com for new show releases and archived ones as well. So going to sign off here, Chris Curtis. Joe Smargy signed off earlier, but for him as well, we say good night and have a nice one. Thanks for listening. Super Bowl 48 coverage on the Free Agent Sports Network.